Stand up, never lay down. Used to see us in the back, we in the front now. They tried, we did. Stepping up, no chill, I'm about to go in. Steady dancing in the clouds, got Abba walking mouse, talking handshake, smiles for the big win. Almost on the reach in, trying to put their bid in, hoping they can slide just a piece in. But this ain't for the weak, for the hearts, want no sleeps. Put a guard on your piece, gotta stand in your sleep. Take a breath and be meek, gotta take it from me. No one can do you like you do it. Be fluent in you, that's a movement. Stay focused on you, it's not selfish, it's true. It is only to you that you prove it. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. People used to talk, how me could falling off, now they looking for my corner. Red bomb on the backtrack, I ain't cutting no slack, it's a new order. Set my team real strong now. Kingdom coming like the song now. Guaranteed on this walk, you won't believe, but his word is the creed, and my faith it goes free. No one can do you like you do it. Be fluent in you, that's a movement. Stay focused on you, it's not selfish, it's true. It is only to you that you prove it. It is only through him that you prove it. It is only through him that you prove. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. Entangled entrapments, the pressures of being down. Transcendent traps and dead bodies have turned to clouds. Depression's a trophy for Gen Z, and socials will kill you with envy, fabricating the light through the enemy. My state, it is altered and change has occurred. Intention is heavy on serving this word. My being has meaning, no love lost, I mean it. I'm good, I believe me, that's you, I don't think. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. Yep. Zeke did that beat.
I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. Zeke did that beat.
All right. Are we going to have issues this morning? Let's start it like this. Can y'all hear me this morning? Can you hear me this morning? Because yesterday we had all kinds of issues. Good morning, everybody. This is Zeke Live in the Morning. I want to say thank y'all so much for being here. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to my co-host. What's up, Abronia? How you doing? Okay, you my main listener. So can you hear me? That's the question. Can you hear me this morning? Yesterday I did a whole speech and everything and couldn't nobody hear a word of it. So, hey, what's up, everybody? You're tuned in. You're locked in with Zeke Live in the Morning. I got to learn how to say taglines. We're learning. I'm learning how to do taglines and all that kind of stuff like that. If you know me, we just be talking. We just go for it. So I ain't used to like having to do taglines. Let me try one out. Hold on. Yo, what's up, everybody? Yo, you are locked in with Zeke Live in the Morning. Make sure you hashtag Zeke Live. We are a great way to start your day. How was that? That was pretty good, right? Yeah. Hey, y'all, what's up, man? I hope everybody's doing all right this morning. It's Friday morning, March the 14th. And like I said, this is a great way to start your day. It's a great way to start your day because you guys are probably up, moving around and getting ready for work and all that stuff. But for me, it is a hard way to start my day. My goodness, like being like true to the time, and we're trying to be true to the time, right? Like 7:30 is 7:30, so we're trying to be true to that. You know what I mean? Like that at 7:30, something is going live, somebody's on, that we'll be able to get there. So we're trying to do that. Let's see. Brian said, yes, you can hear me over the loud background music. Well, we got the vibe over here. You know how we do over at Zeke Live? We vibe. Yeah, Zeke Live is a vibe. Watch. You know what I'm talking about? Vibing. We vibing. Hey, y'all, listen here. I am in and out on today. I'm just going to be straight up with you on today. I am so grateful to have some co-hosts who know how to handle it and keep it going, keep the conversation going. So I want to say thank y'all to them. Yesterday, they kind of took the reins yesterday after I had to get out of here. The thing is, I still work a job. We still work jobs around here. This ain't y'all see what this is. We ain't rich. That ain't what this is. We are the only person rich is rich. We are still working jobs. We're still doing stuff. So I had a training that I had to do yesterday. I also have to do it today and tomorrow. So I'm doing training. So I got to be there at 9 a.m. So I'll probably, if I pop back in, I'll pop back in on my phone. But we're gonna get the show going and all that, and then I'm gonna leave it with my co-hosts because they are more than capable and they're funny and they're awesome and they know a whole lot of stuff. And this show doesn't work without them. So that's all I'm saying. So I'm so grateful again to them. So thank y'all for tuning in with that. I might jump back on when I get in my car, but I'm on here for a minute. But then when I have to go this time, I might be able to jump on when I get in the car. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. Outside of that, let me bring to the stage the one and only. Hold on, we got to get the right track going. We got to get the right track. Here we go. Y'all know who we bringing. When y'all hear this track, come on, you know who it is. When you hear this track, come on, you know who it is. Bring it to the stage. The one and only Eric Rideout. E, what's up, bro?
Man, it's morning. Gotta put them on again.
See?
It's not about being cool, everybody. I have issues with light in this camera light right here. Man, I'm still trying to adjust it.
It's all good. You can wear your glasses on the live. It's Zeke Live in the morning. We wear sunglasses.
Once they adjust, these will come off. But how's everybody doing?
It's a good look. You should just keep the glasses on. It's a good look.
Maybe keep them on. Because
it could be like your thing, you know?
You know what, too? Sometimes when I'm looking, you ever look at the camera and you look cockeyed?
Yeah, all the time.
And it's like, is that how I really look?
Like one eye be looking short, the other eye sometimes be looking, it's going this way. I'd be like, who? What did my mama birth this? Like my mama birthed this ugly eyes I got? Like,
see, that's what I'll be thinking sometimes. I'm like, wait. But
I gotta say some shout outs. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I gotta say some quick shout outs to people because I got the, let's see here. Let's see, we got some people here. We have Christopher True Hood. Y'all know he's one of our faithful brethren. So shout out to Chris True Hood. Y'all make sure you follow up with him for any of your camera cinematic needs. And then we have our good friend and our sister to the show. I just talked to her yesterday and she encouraged my soul, and I hope I encouraged her because she is doing amazing stuff. That's Miss Rhonda on the Rocks. Y'all know our big sister, Bronia, aka Brony Cat. She's on with us every day. She is like our top listener. She's one of our top listeners, and so we always want to give homage to her and tell her thank you for always tuning in. Y'all, we're going to do something for all the people who listen all the time. And then listen here, it's my Aunt Regina, y'all. My Aunt Regina. What's up, Auntie? What's up, Auntie? That's my Aunt Regina, y'all. I love me some Auntie Regina. So I'll just let y'all know that. So shout out to Linda, yeah. Yo, good morning to you. Hey, listen, everybody. I am so excited. I'm so excited to be doing this show. Like, we made it through a full week, E. We made it through the first full week.
You know what? This has been, honestly, to me, a really long week.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to say no Diddy after that.
Yeah, right. Let me change that off.
That's what she said.
But for me, doing this at first, we talked about doing this. That's, oh man, this is easy. And it's not that it's not easy, but it's a challenge, man. So in the mornings to get up,
like for real,
get up and say, I'm gonna give my morning up to make somebody else laugh or have conversations to get dressed. Because some people may not be sitting here watching it. Some may have it playing in the background. Some may have it on their computers and they walk around on their phones, whatever. But the emails, the responses we're getting from people are so good. How it makes me feel in the morning, all that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Lawson, that's your family.
I gave her a song. I said, "Good morning, Linda." Yeah.
And hey, everybody that's joining in. Wait, before I get an echo, let me still learning.
Rhonda gave the eyes. I think she mean you got to watch when you say stuff like, "That's gonna be a long one." I think.
That's what she said. Yeah, man, it's been to me, it's a growing experience. The fact that we're getting so many people from out of the country, overseas, and then like yesterday, thank you all. You all shared that thing that morning like 30 something times.
Yeah, I think it was 35 last time.
Yeah, and I haven't checked it today.
Shout out to that. Yeah, I gotta.
You know,
the people who listen to us are like legit, like dope people. Like, I mean, it's just like legit, they're dope people. It's like you said, man. You know, it's like you said, like getting up every morning to try to like pour something into somebody else and make somebody laugh or get them started. You know, like it's hard sometimes, it is, but at the same time, it's like when you get into it, you know, and you understand this, when you get into it, it's like it just has like this, it takes care of itself, you know what I mean? It becomes fun, you start to get into a groove, and then by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, it'd be like, dang, we over, like it's done, we gotta go now.
It's not, you know what, like you said, once you get rolling, man, it's good. And good morning to our brother, Mr. Michael Allen, the therapist of all therapists. And
hey,
good guy. He's a worship leader out there, I believe it's in Iowa, of a large ministry.
Yeah.
And,
had a chance to meet that brother down in Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good dude, man.
Good dude. Hey, what's up, brother Michael?
Wait a minute. I just noticed something. Where's Tiffany at? I'll send her a message like, wake up. Get up. But no, this has been a good thing, man. And it's only gonna get better. You know. I was sitting here all day, I'm like, I need some more stuff. I ordered this other microphone, this backdrop stuff, because we want to give you guys the best, you know, that we have. You know,
I see you got the light on today. Yeah, I see your lighting went up. Hey, lighting rolled up, went up. My dude.
I have a whole nother room in the back of my place.
Sure.
I almost turned the camera around the wall down. I'm not doing that. I only like my house. There's some good stuff in here. No, but that room is being set up now with couching and flowers and everything. I have everything brought in. So when I start back going live with the different cameras and stuff, where I'm on my couch in my chair, I got set up with everything. We getting it done. Good morning to one of the superstar singers, Arvell, has just joined us.
Arvell,
good dude, man. So today's show is to be interesting.
We need Arvell on here, definitely. Now that I'm back up on my game, me and Arvell supposed to be working on some music and stuff, and I, you know, let him tell it. You've been playing, Zeke be playing. Like, I really don't. I've been just busy as I don't know what, like between traveling and some other stuff. Now we're getting this going, but I think we're starting to find the groove of it, you know. And Arvell, legitimately one of the most amazing voices you'll ever hear. Like, he really is. And one of the funniest people you'll know. Like, he's just hilarious for no reason. Like, just he's just one of them people that's just funny, just fun to be around. Yeah, we have to have Arvell on the show one time.
Yeah, Arvell would be great to come on.
Yeah. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, this week. This week we got through the first full week and we had some good guests. Let me put this right out there right off the bat. So we had advertised that we were going to have a guest on today. So I requested, like, we're not going to have him today. He's not going to be on Sean Breed. And maybe we can get some video pulled up so y'all can see who Sean Breed is. I promise y'all, he is one of the most inspirational voices you will ever hear. I promise y'all. I just promise it to you. And it's for that reason. Yeah, and he's got, like, you know, big following, all that stuff like that. Like, lots of people tune in. Like, so I met Sean Breed through Fred Hammond, actually. So, but down in Dallas, like, doing Hood Book, and we worked on that production together. And, like, right from the jump, this dude Breed is like, man, everything he says, every time he like does a video or something like that, like, it just reaches the masses. Like, even Fred, that's how Fred hooked up with him. Like, he was tuned in, like, who is this guy? So,
and so many other celebrities are share his thing. James, they reshare his videos, and people, he's gotten to the point now where people reshare his she said name drop.
Come on, name drop. I'm starting to learn to do these name drops. I met all these people and got relationships with them. I'm using it.
But the thing is, people, you're doing something when other people take your video and they move their lips to it. Like,
yeah.
And that's what Breed has. Female, male, everybody. It's something that when he's viral. And
his whole thing is about love. Yeah, his whole thing is about, like, love. Like, that's the only language that we need to know is love. Like, and it's just like, you know, like, when you meet him, like, if you meet him in person, like, it's some people, that aura is just like, you just feel this is a good person. Like, I can trust this person. This is a good guy. Like, he one of them people. So he's a rapper, writer, live streamer. He's an actor. Like, he's an amazing. He's one hell of an actor. I'm telling y'all right now, the boy can act. Man can act.
He's a good dude, man. Just like, when you have those overall just good people.
Yeah.
Oh, she said I met Mike E. Mike E's crazy. That's my dude. He's one of the best lead guitar players ever. He used to play for Commission back in the day. He started. Dude's a monster. Plays for everybody. Now, I know what you're talking about.
Well, but, Sean Breed, he's not going to be on today, and it's not because of like his thing. I asked, like, so E, thank you, because I asked Eric if he could get Sean rescheduled because I messed up my schedule. I thought that I had to be at this training that I have to do today. I thought I had to be there at 10:30. I also thought it was Wednesday through Friday, so I was all jacked up. The training is Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and I had on my schedule, on my calendar, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 10:30 to 5. So I was all jacked up. And so to that effect, I wanted Sean Breed to be on when I was on. Like, I wanted him to be on when I was on. And so to that effect, I asked if we could reschedule him, and he obliged. And so he's not going to be on today, but we're getting the date worked out. Hopefully next week he'll be on, but we do have some folks that's going to be on next week as well. So, you know, to that effect, you know, if anybody was coming on to see Sean Breed, I apologize. But I think y'all coming on to see us anyway. So y'all hanging out with whoever we got. Let's say some real quick stuff real quick. Relentless, I got to put him on there. Relentless asking, do Breed got bars? Yeah, Breed got some bars, man. But let me tell you who the king of the bars are. Relentless right here. Relentless is the king of the bars. Relentless is the king of the bars. Like, if y'all never heard bars, matter of fact, Relentless, I'm just gonna put it out there. I got to get you on the show. I told you, brother. I need to get you on the show, specifically about some of the stuff you're working on. And I'm putting my bid out there. I know this is public, but I'm putting my bid out there. Come on, bro. Let me come hang out with y'all, man. See what y'all doing, man. Come on, hang me out, man. Let's see here. Let's say what's up to Jamila.
Oh, Jamila. former BRL Chicago singer.
Who also said, "Get off the phone, Eric."
Hey.
Why? This is all these people trying to give you a hard time. What is that about?
You know, the thing is, like somebody in the comments said yesterday, not in the comments, but somebody inboxed me and said, "Hey, why when you smile your eyes get squinty?" I said, "Why you got a mouthful of wisdom teeth?" It's like,
wow.
That's what I asked her, and she does every tooth. All of her back teeth are crossed. She got a mouthful of back teeth. So I'm like, you're gonna talk about me. So I asked,
why Jesus? Yo, we gotta say what's up to Mama over on Instagram. What's up, Mama? We gotta say what's up to her. That's Mama. She's from True Effects. We just call her Mama. That's her. We got a lot of family from this whole hood book world, man. We got they created a whole family, and that's like we call her Mama because she
it gave us a whole network with people like Rodney Terry and all of them. Everybody who's a part of hood book, man. And the editor, it's almost ready. People will be able to see what we've been talking about.
Nice.
People go finally get to see it. They go see you as the angel. They go see God, devil, Marcus McFarlane, and they're about to see this thing. It's crazy,
bro. The crazy thing is, I like all the dancing I had to do in this, so I got more performance based in my joint. Yeah. You know. Yeah. They said a mouthful of wisdom teeth is crazy. So let's see this. So Jamila and Rhonda on the Rocks know each other. Like at sisterhood level, they're like, "What's up, sis?" Like,
she said, "Not wisdom mouth." She don't have no wisdom. She was dumb. She got a mouth full of wisdom.
So how cool
is this big? So I'm like, you talking about me? My eyes squint when I smile, and you got the Ron Isley looking teeth, dentures in your mouth. Get up out of here.
Hey, look, so y'all can't see this comment. I'm gonna let you get right back to it, but y'all can't see this comment, But Mama over on Instagram says she's working on a horror film right now. A horror film. So they do like all of the her daughter Toddy does like all of the makeup and all that prosthetic, like all that kind of stuff like that. Does set design. So they're working on a horror film right now. She said the energy is so different. Like I can only imagine what kind of energy there must be.
Don't take nothing home with you that you shouldn't. Or open your clothes and slap it at night.
Right, the little baby doll start getting up and
lights flick, you know. And I think
Mornin said she better not be the oldest one on this live. I don't know that you are, honestly. I don't know that you are.
That's you know what, that brings a situation up and reminded me of something. That happened to a friend of mine, my godbrother, you know him, Kajana. Years ago. He was little, they bought a house like that, and they would hear noises. The kitchen chairs was moved around. They'd be sitting in the living room and sitting down, the whole family, and people's shadows moved around the walls.
Was this in Gary?
That house that you're talking about is literally around the corner from our church. Where that house was, they tore the house down, and they have a huge wood cross in the yard where that thing was. And it was crazy. I'm like, that wood cross is not gonna keep nothing from happening. But the neighbors, I knew some of the people that were neighbors over there. It was crazy. But yeah, John in their house, and they ended up having to move. It was that crazy. Chairs like upside down all through the house. The furniture flipped upside down overnight. It's like, ain't nobody coming in here moving. It's time to go. That go back to y'all we said yesterday, who we called them your ancestors. You gotta lead them people where they at. Me and Rick had a conversation. Let me ask you this, Zeke. We're talking about this yesterday, and this is for those in the comments too to answer this. One is a serious question, and one is so. Let me ask you this: what are your thoughts on AI?
What are my thoughts on AI?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, like in what capacity?
Well, okay, let's
like just in general. Like
yeah, just in general. And how do you think it's going to affect America as we move forward?
Well, in general, AI is like, so as artificial intelligence, it's been around forever. Like we've been using AI things forever. Like if you've been using Siri, if you've ever said, "Hey Google," if you've ever searched on Google, if you've ever done, like if you've done that, you've been using AI. Like this ain't nothing new. It's these GPTs, this generative. Is it generative predictive or generative? I forget what GPT stands for all the way. Generative predictive transformer or something like that. It stands
something
for.
Like that.
So those are the things that have the capacity to like kind of think in your voice and all of that. So at the end of the day, I think AI, like these AI tools, these GPTs such as Chat GPT and other stuff like that, I think that at the end of the day, they're tools, and tools are neutral. Like tools are neutral. So like anybody who's scared of a tool, in my opinion, is just not understanding that it's a tool. They've given more power to the tool than what a tool has. Like you can take a knife, right? You can take a knife, and a knife can either be a weapon or it can be something that you use to cut a piece of steak so that you can eat. You know what I mean? So that you can eat a steak. Or you can take it and stab somebody with it. It's just a tool. It's all in the hands of the person who knows to use it. So
can we say that word anymore? I know we got to say different words now.
Well, stab?
Yeah, they'll ban.
They'll mute us. Oh, they mute for the dumbest stuff. That's so dumb. Stab is a word that means something. What about like music?
Yeah, they say Michael Myers. Yeah, you don't want to be Michael Myers. So that's what people do. But let me ask you this. This is what let me rephrase it this way. Do you think it's dangerous to the point of some of the different things they can use to put, like for example,
that R. Kelly video we watched, like
and
that
they put this guy's face on somebody else, and with the imaging, and he almost went to jail because they said he was trying to rape this girl, and they had a picture. They put this man's face on the picture, or had a video with this man's face, and it wasn't even him, but they did his likeness. Because that's scary too, that somebody can take your face and add it in the situation. You're like, I wasn't there. This is you on video. Zeke, this is you sitting on the couch. You're like, I was never there.
That's why I think that That's why I think it's important to watch who we're voting in the office. Like, people don't understand the infrastructure behind this stuff. We had a conversation with Jerry Thompson again about infrastructure, how one thing is connected to another thing. Like, I don't think people realize how things like something as simple as who you're voting in the office, like what are they allowing through? Because some of this stuff has to be like written in the law. For instance, there are things like when Chat GPT and Dolly and all these other things, these image things first came out. It was open season. Like you can just take celebrity voices, celebrity pictures, and all that stuff like that. Remember, then they went on the actor strike, and they went on remember all of that happened?
Yep.
And they were going on all of this stuff because they were looking for the rights surrounding. And one of the biggest things was around surrounding AI, like how their likeness can be used for nefarious purposes. And so these kinds of things had to work their way up into legal systems, so that then it becomes like, now if you get on Facebook, they have a thing that if you post something, it'll say this is AI generated, or this is like, these were things that had to come over time. But when you allow folks, like for instance in the office, who say no, everybody should just have free reign, well, now this tool becomes deadly, like more chance for it to be deadly, because there will always be, like Rhonda said, there will always be somebody who's going to take a tool and use it for nefarious purposes. There will always be that. It's just no way around it.
Okay, so that goes to my next question. What do you think about Elon Musk?
I think that anybody who thinks that a billionaire is working for the working class is probably not understanding what billionaires like. I was
telling somebody, any man that can at any time shoot something into space because he wants to, without getting any type of clearance, is somebody you need to watch. He's getting his hands into everything. He's like getting into Social Security now, and what's up with this money over here? It's like, hey man.
At the end of the day, I tell you what I think, though. I think that he's a genius. I mean, you have to be a genius to work your way to where you essentially are running the government, even over the president. Like at least that's what the optics are, right? Like the last person we saw that was like this was Dick Cheney. Remember, everybody was like, Dick Cheney is the one that's really running the scene. George W. Bush is just the pawn of Dick Cheney. Remember that? Like, and we thought Dick Cheney was running. But this is a different scenario. Like, this is like big money, and this is the richest person in the world standing over. Like when they took the image of him standing over the cabinet, over the president, over the cabinet. Like first and foremost, that's wildly disrespectful in most places, in most scenarios and situations.
Right.
So the fact that you're even in a position to where you can do that means you've done some genius stuff to get to that level. Now, the problem with geniuses is they oftentimes go way off the Richter scale and need to be reined in sometimes not, because you need to let them. But where there's order and things like that necessary, then, like at the end of the day, the law is the law. That's what protects the people who ain't the geniuses. Like that's what protects them. That's what protects all of us. And so if somebody can usurp that, then to me, that's where we have the issue. That's where
it's crazy. I was watching today, and I was watching actually news yesterday about how you saw what happened with the workers. The federal judge told Trump, you can't fire all the people, rehire everybody back.
Oh, no, I did not see that.
Yeah, he has two federal judges voted against some of the things he was doing, and he said, I'm going to fight it in court. So the Supreme Court is saying, oh, no, we go back them. You got to rehire all these people. So all those people that they laid off federal workers, he got to hire them back in.
Really? I have not seen the news all week. Yeah. It's kind of insane. Crazy. It's crazy work to do a morning show and not watch the news like that. I watched a little bit
because some of the things I'm going to ask people about, like for example, let me ask you guys in the audience this, you too. Where do you see America in the next 15 years? Next 30 years? I'm
sorry. Looking like communist Russia.
Yep.
Post the fall of the Soviet Union. Not even like the Soviet, like post the fall. So like all of the, What's up, Unsent?
Somebody asked me that. They said, what do you think see America in the next 30 to 50 years? I'm like, calling.
Oh, look, what's interesting is I said the Soviet Union.
What's up, bro?
And he said the same thing. Russia, like, it's going to look like Russia. It's going to,
Let me talk about Earl Orr real quick. For those who know, Earl Orr is a musician out of Detroit, and Earl Orr is a legend. He's played with everybody from Thomas Whitfield and worked with Michael Brooks and Commission at the beginning. He was, matter of fact, every Fred Early record, his name in the credit. He was that
snaps.
Running stuff. But yeah, I think America, that's what I've said before, and people are now. I said, I think America will fall.
Look at this right here. I see it looking like Europe, mainly Rome. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Rome was once upon a time the greatest empire in the world. This is what I say, and this is why I can't get with Christian nationalists, for instance, because we'll sit on one hand and sing that great Gaither song, "Kings and kingdoms, they will all pass away." Right? We'll sing that line, but there's something about that name. So we'll sing that line, "Kings and kingdoms, they will all pass away. Kings and kingdoms, they will all Kings and kingdoms all pass away." Like, we can't get at history. There's no kingdom or empire or anything that you can look at in history that existed through eternity. Like, I know people will say, well, what about Egypt? Egypt was once upon a time one of the greatest empires. Egypt got conquered. Egypt got conquered repeatedly. Like, at the end of the day, the Egyptians that we think of, Alexander the Great came in and conquered that. Knocked that empire down. That was part of Alexander the Great's kingdom. I'm talking history. That's why the biggest city in Egypt once upon a time was Alexandria. Like, that's what the Ptolemy pharaohs were. So there was a difference in what we like to think of as the Kemet rulers and all that. Like, yeah, Alexander the Great came in and conquered that. But guess what? His empire got conquered. That was like empires rise and fall. Kingdoms rise and fall. What about China? What about India? They were also conquered. Once upon a time, China was conquered by Japan. Like, China, like, it's like this. It always happens. The British Empire, the British Empire. Once upon a time, the British Empire is about the largest empire that has ever existed. The British Empire. There was a time where there was a statement: "The sun never sets on the British Empire." I don't know if you've ever heard that statement. The sun never sets on. That meant they literally colonized so much of the world that even with the spinning of the world, the sun never set on territory of the British Empire. It never set on. And where's the British Empire now? All them countries freed. All of them, like, it fell. Then what happened to the USSR? Where they at? It was a fall. Like, there was so the United States, I think, is kind of like this empirical kind of a thing.
Earl said every democracy falls. We don't pay attention to history, and conquerors write the history, which is so true. Here's another question for you all in this lane. Are we in the midst of losing basic constitutional rights in this country? Somebody asked me that, do we feel, because certain things that are constitutional. Well, for example, the young guy that they arrested at that protest, they want to take his green card. They say he supports Hamas. Dude was like, I don't support them. I'm just protesting. They said, And so the vice president said, oh, having a green card does not make you a permanent U.S. resident. You know, they said it's not about freedom of speech. He's a terrorist. But he was like, I'm not a terrorist. I'm like every other student. I just went with some students and said, we want to boycott because I have a green card. I'm with Hamas now.
I think what's interesting is that the main people who cry freedom of speech, and we got to say what's up to Jay Ara. He's one of our most faithful folks. Shout out to J.R. Jordan. And then real quick, I got to go over to the Instagram side. Let me say this, because we always got to track the Instagram stuff separately. They can't see what's going on over here, and we can't see what's going on over there, so we got to do it separately. But Mama says that that the experiment is failing. The American experiment is failing. I think that, the main people who cry out freedom of speech, it's crazy to me that the main people who say freedom of speech will turn around and burn books. Like, the same people who say freedom of speech want to get rid of quote unquote wokeness. The same people who claim freedom and rights and freedom of speech are the same people who will, like you said, put the dude on a green, like try to take his green card and send him out of here, even though he's legally married to someone here and he's got a family and all of this, all because he dared to do something that was against the wishes of one person. Like, at the end of the day, a basic constitutional rights failing. I don't think that the basic rights will fail. I just think that the people who are in power, if we don't get a check on power and realize that there's power to the people, I think that if we don't take knowledge of that and we willingly give that power to somebody else, then since we got a whole bunch of folks who love to read Bible and they want to read the Bible, when the people ask for a king, there's a passage right behind there where Samuel basically breaks down what you're going to get when you get a king. Like, it wasn't going to be, and it wasn't all about, yeah, you're going to have prosperity and you're going to be blessed and you're going to take your sons, you're going to take all of your horses and cattle, you're going to get all of your
everything you have.
At the end of the day, like, people don't think about what a king actually is. A king is someone who owns the land, basically, and everybody else is just their subjects. They're subjects. We don't have a king in America for that reason. Like, now we done did a whole lot of other stuff, but one thing I think they got right was the rejection of a king, giving the power to the people, putting some term limits on it, all that kind of stuff like that. So I think that's one thing we did right. But now we've got these people, and this is my problem with Christian nationalists. This is why I'm always harking in on my church people, because we read the Bible as if it is like, and I want to be choicey with my words, but I might say it in a way that's controversial and good because it'll make people think. But we read the Bible as if it's talking to what we're doing right now today. So when the people cry out for a king, we think that means we're supposed to get a king. Well, that's what that was culturally then at that time is one thing. But you don't even live in a society that needs a king. But if nothing else, we got a whole bunch of history, every history book in the world to tell us what kings look like. Even the places that have kings don't even technically have kings. We think of the royal family. You know, the royal family in Britain has no power, like none. No power. They have no power. Yeah, they're like, they're still the royal lineage. They're still that's it. It's like, that was when I first moved to England. That was one of the biggest shockers, because in my head, the Queen of England ran the show. Like, I mean, and they're like, no, the monarchy has no power.
And you know, since you mentioned that, even in the United States, when I was looking at all the things that's happening and how they're like, we're going to stop this and stop this, and the mass deportation things and separating other families and stuff like that. And I told somebody this the other day, that the saying on the Statue of Liberty that give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free and all that good stuff. The country don't mean that, just scratch that off. At this point, just scratch it off. We say it, and the Statue of Liberty, so be this liberty, the symbol of freedom, and hey, come here, you know, come from wherever you are. America don't mean that. Scratch all that off. Just spray paint over that part.
Yeah,
you know. This country is in a bad situation. In certain ways, certain things are good because this thing, back in the day, somebody said this the other day to me. America, other countries fear America. No, they don't. Back in the day, they might have been nervous about it. Ain't nobody scared of. You saw, like the other day when he did them tariffs, and Canada said, "We got you. We gonna go on ahead and do it, and we've been turning them lights out." A couple days later, Trump, hey, you know what? He backed off on it. We're not going to do it. They're good people.
Yeah, this world is more globally interconnected than people like to take, you know, like they take to like to realize. So we just watched this happen in 2020. I mean, we literally we got recent history of a nation that decided to go that nation only. Britain as globally connected as Britain is when now his name just came off on the one that looked like Trump though, the last prime minister that they had.
What's the guy's name?
Lord Jesus, somebody put it in the comments. I can't think of his name. Anyways, with the hair and all the stuff like that. Like, anyways, they went on this far right platform of Britain only or whatever it was, all that stuff, disconnected from the European Union, and everything started tanking over there. Everything started tanking. Like, I mean, we got recent history of watching this happen, and now we want the same thing. Like, some people are dedicated to ignorance, and you have to just recognize that. Like, I just recognize that some people have an affinity for ignorance. There is a word that says ignorance is bliss, and that's where people get their bliss. An unwavering dedication to ignorance, when truth is right in your face, when history is right in your face, all of that. Like, so if that's gonna be the case, I say just let them. Like, let's over on the Instagram side. My cousin Jeremiah's on that. Dusty Daniel, yo, shout out to him. He says yes, it is failing real bad. What up, cousin? I can't wait till we can figure out how to get the Instagram comments over here because people
You're right.
on Instagram. And we don't have to track it a different way. I can't wait to figure that out.
We're going to pivot for a minute to something that I saw too on the news, which I found interesting. And people, if you got comments about what we just talked about, good morning, Tara. If you all have comments and stuff, keep going about the topic. I saw something else today, and I found this stupid. Scientists have found a way they actually did it. They froze light.
They did what?
They froze light.
They froze light? Oh,
like shot the light out, and now they froze it. And they're like,
Ow.
they did it. They did it. I'll send you the thing, and I'm like, now what you gonna do with that?
But see, this here's the thing though. Like, so I you know what I mean? My thing is, I think it takes all these kinds of wild, crazy experiments because that's how you end up finding cures and other things like that. So crazy, like people who don't recognize that, but that is crazy though. But I think people who don't recognize that that's what we found, you know, all of our innovation.
Well, then the other thing I watched was the dinosaur eggs, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah, now that one to me is like I seen somebody said we literally have. Somebody said we literally have 5 movies showing us why it's a bad idea.
They said they found a woolly mammoth and some kind of other huge dinosaur. They found DNA enough. One of them was almost fully preserved, and so they said, now we found out, so we're gonna go ahead and bring them back. What? It's always, I ain't gonna say who it is. It's always them tampering and messing with stuff. They ain't got to do it. Now, if it died before you got here, leave it where it is. It's dead for a reason, but for the sake of science, they want to do this. Okay, this goes into another question. I want to ask everybody in the comments. This is a serious question. God created the entire universe, everything, and all of that. So, do any of you in the comments think there's life outside of this planet? And, or do you believe there can be an alternate universe of what's happening? I know that sounds like a DC Marvel thing, the multiverse and stuff, but because there's been people who said they've experienced it, because there's some things from childhood, you know, what they call it, the Mandela effect. There's some things I specifically remember watching or seeing, and they're like, that never happened. I'm like, yes, it did. You know, like Fruit of the Loom. The horn used to be on the package with the underwear. They said it was never on there. So it's like, it was on there. I remember, you know, but so do you guys think there could be life in any other, in the universe anywhere? What do you think, Zeke? Do you think there's life outside of this globe we call Earth?
I think so.
I think so.
It doesn't even have to necessarily be the same type of life because, I mean, plants are life. You know what I mean? Even plants are life. Even, you know, amoebas and bacteria and viruses, that's, well, not viruses, but even that stuff is life. So I don't think that, like, even at that level, like, if you just consider that, like, then it may not even be animal life. It may just be plant life or some type of amoeba or something like that. Like, but that's still life. And
it's still life.
When you just add even that perspective in, I think it will be insanity to even, you know, I think it would be insanity to think there's not life. I am Tara Butler. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I think that there's life. I think there is life. I think it doesn't make sense that we would be the only life in the vastness.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that cockiness of the planet to think we know it all. We don't think it's this out. You don't know? You never been there. You know, you don't know what's out there. We don't know what's been found that's out there that the government is not telling us about. We don't know. For years, we used to talk about UFOs and all this kind of stuff. Then you got Congress go on national news, but yeah, they real. We've been seeing them. We don't know what they are. So, you know, it's like, and when they said, like, we don't know what they're like, no, you know, but like he said, why do we keep presenting these concepts of multiverse, alien? That's true, Earl. That's a good point. And
like those ideas are coming from somewhere.
They're coming from somewhere to think that what Zeke and I are doing right here, there could be an alternate universe of us where Zeke is, I'm on this side, Zeke's on this side, and I started the podcast and Zeke is joining with me. You know, the thing.
So here's a
like,
deep thought. Yeah, well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say here's a deep thought, but before I say this deep thought, I want to make sure to give, especially my mom on Instagram says, like, why not? Yeah, God created life also. I can't put that comment on the screen, but it's there. I just want to acknowledge some of the answers. Earl or the legend says, yes, there is life. Why do we limit God? Auntie Regina says, of course there is life outside of this planet. If there's life on Earth, there can be other planets with life. I see Will Chapman said, I don't think it's living people, but living organisms. Yes. Yeah. I think we always want the life to be, you know, like people that look like us, but it's probably something else, you know. Jay Ara, he says, yep, I do life on other planets. Yep. So absolutely, yeah, you know, like, you know, and I like this. Auntie Regina just posted. She said, we will be closed-minded to think there is not life on other planets. Like that's, yeah, it's like the ultimate. And humanity does this all the time. I mean, there was a point in time where we thought that the whole universe revolved around the Earth, and they put Galileo, like they exiled him, well, not exiled him, but jailed him, and was ready to kill him for suggesting that, you know what? I think that the Earth is actually going around the sun. How dare you say that? How dare you? You know what I mean? Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah, like, you know, and then science comes to find out, yeah, the sun is at the center of our solar system. And then science finds out, and the sun is in the middle of another galaxy. And so it's revolving around the center of that galaxy. And then come to find out that galaxy revolves around the center of another. Like, it's just...
That's what I mean. You have billions of galaxies out here. Different suns. It could be a whole different type of life. They could be out there saying the same thing about us. I wonder, is it people out there? I wonder, is it life out there? So you never know. But like I said, now this is the last thing out this topic, then we can pivot again. Now this is another question. Has anybody ever seen a UFO? In the comments.
On the technical sense, yes. I saw something that was flying. I didn't know what it was. That's an unidentified flying object. Now, do I think it was an alien?
It could have been something the UFO. Yeah, I've seen things twice. Me and my ex-wife. One thing was when I was with my ex-wife, and another one was me. And something with my daughter before, but I'm literally taking out the garbage. I look up, it's dusk. There's something the size of a van, like a big van with a red light in the middle, sitting here. And I'm looking up in the sky. It was maybe a couple of 1,000 feet up in the air. My neighbor come out. They looking like, what is that? Him and his kids, people. Now, this was the weird part. When we took our phones and did this, it wouldn't show up. When you put your phone down, you can see it. That tripped me out. And it turned in the air, no noise, and it shot off over the field. And everybody outside, man, you saw us scrambling to get back in the house. So that was one situation. I was going through Death Valley, ex-wife, and I'm driving, she driving, I'm sitting there looking out the window, and I'm like, I see this huge big circle, this big white light way up in the sky. I'm like, that's the moon looked crazy tonight. But I said, wait, it was too small to be the moon. So I said, you see this? She said, yeah, we slowed down. Out of that came two other ones, and they were circling around it like this. I'm like, nope. And immediately I rolled the window up, looked straight ahead, said, anything happening up there is not my business.
See, now here's the crazy thing.
Black folks, we do that in a heartbeat. See, somebody should say,
no, not my business.
My wife, she looked up the radio, she turned on Fred Hammond and looked straight ahead. She's like, that's not our business.
Here's the crazy thing, right? And this is why this rabbit trail.
UFOs every day.
Here's the crazy thing that because I start going down the rabbit trail. Y'all know how my brain works. If y'all really just let me get on here and just talk and let me go down the rabbit trail of what my brain works with, y'all will probably think that I don't love the Lord and I'm sending everybody to hell. Because this is what I say. I will say this. What if, like we had a conversation about, is there life on other planets? Well, what if there is life on other planets, intelligent life on other planets, and we're making the claim that, okay, we've seen UFOs and folks coming here at XYZ, this, that, and the other. What if in the Bible, when folks were saying they saw an angel or they saw a wheel in the middle of a wheel or they saw like whatever, like just anything else that we try to throw out there. What if all it was a UFO? Like, and they didn't know how to describe it because they had no concept of other life on other planets and stuff like that, like, so they said, well, the angel did like, what if now I'm about to get
what if that's what it was?
What if there was a misrepresentation? Now again, my mind goes down the rabbit trail and I ain't trying to hurt nobody's religion.
I am a conspiracy theorist.
But I'm saying, like, if it's possible though, then that means it's always been possible, which means it's been possible that we can get something wrong, Yeah.
So everybody,
who wrote a book up here? I'm trying to read it.
Yeah, I'll read it. Everybody, please share what's going on today. We're just talking about a few things today.
Yeah, I want to do this real quick because I gotta make my transition out of here to go to this training. I think I am going to log on my phone though. I do think I'm gonna do that when I get settled in the car. You think you can handle it? Okay,
I got it.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this video real quick. And the reason I'm going to play this video is because we got people that sponsor us and we need to make sure to play their stuff. And I think we may even have Tay come on in a little bit to kind of talk about mystery melodies, which is a murder mystery thing. I told y'all about it, that I enjoyed it, and I think we may even have her come on today and talk about it if she gets a couple minutes. And so she'll be on, and if so, we'll see that. But I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to make my way into the car and then I'll log on in the car. So, and then I'll be driving. Yeah, we outside today. I'm on my way downtown. Y'all get to see me with road rage. I'm gonna have to remember, right? That's Rich Sir. We outside. We out here. That's what he said. We out here. Yeah. So I got to remember that I'm on live because then y'all might catch me in some road rage.
Rhonda said, bring me up if y'all want me to jump on the show. And
she can come on.
Come on up.
You could definitely come on, Rhonda.
Zeke,
you got a standing invitation. You got the link. It's the same link. If you want to come on, just click on that link and we got you.
I didn't log into the system, so I can't add you. So you have to jump on.
Oh, I have that. So I have to do it before I get out of here. So yeah,
come on and jump on, ma'am.
That's what that's what she said.
That's
Let's see here. I'm gonna put Hood's comment up here while I find this video. So y'all can at least read it. There y'all go. Y'all can at least see Hood. I told y'all he wrote a book real quick. Like, no, I'm always messing with him. All right, let me play this advertisement real quick because I want y'all to see what's going on with Mystery Melodies, the stuff that's with that, and then I will be back in car.
Rhonda, he's bringing you up, so don't worry.
If you want to come on, Rhonda, just let me know. I'll add you on. You're not on the thing where you can add people, Eric. Okay, got you.
Because after yesterday, I'm like,
after you knocked the whole stream off, I got you. All right. Here we go. Mystery Melodies. This is our sponsor. Shout out.
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head.
Somebody dead. I can take all my pills, and I can never kill my brother. I can never kill my brother. I'm almost certain.
Like, your entire life depends on that inheritance.
A little young one back here. Look at her. Oh, hi, Grandma. Guess what? I killed Grandpa.
You are ruining your inheritance.
Be careful and low help.
No, after all of this madness, all of your defiance, your contempt for his tyranny, even dead, he ain't calling you his daughter.
Where? On the jewels!
tennis ball head. Listen, I don't know what I did last night.
And then, there we go. All right. So wait, I can't hear nothing you saying, Zeke, at all.
Oh, he brought me
Oh,
up.
oh, the Saints is
Hey,
joining.
good
I don't know where
morning.
Zeke went. He was just here, but he was saying something.
Maybe
Good
he was.
No,
morning.
I was just saying I'm bringing Rhonda on for you. That's all I was saying.
You-
I done turned my light off and everything. Look, I'm on my way out the door. I'm gonna be like Rhonda in the car. We outside today.
Right.
Y'all, look, we got a special guest, Rhonda on the rocks. Like it's a special surprise guest. She was with us the other day, and the people loved her, so she came back.
I'm back.
Yo, I'm about to get off. I'm gonna leave it to y'all for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna get on in another capacity.
Perfect. I'm
That's
just
what
gonna
she
hold
said.
your seat. I'm gonna keep
Yes,
Zeke's seat warm until he comes back.
that's what I'm talking about. It's a team effort. I love it. Hey, this is family, y'all. It's a family affair.
Good
So
morning.
good.
Good morning.
I am great. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. You know, anytime that it's warm weather in Chicago, it puts me in the best mood because we get some pretty bipolar-ish weather throughout the year, especially during this time. So when we get consistent nice weather 2 days in a row, it just really makes me happy. So
And good morning, Mr. Rod Harris. We see you, Zeke. Still, everybody who's watching on Instagram, I don't see that, so you have to wait for Zeke to see that. But YouTube, I can see what you're saying. I can't see your Instagram and Facebook. Of course, I can see you. So what do you think, Rhonda, about our conversation? About number one, how do you feel about Elon Musk, the state of America? Let's start there.
I feel like the church needs to be in prayer. That's how I feel. I have a really hard time, and I think because of the type of work that I do, I have a really hard time, like watching the news, really diving into like politics and stuff like that. It really just does something to my spirit. And because I work in safety and security, so I see and hear a lot about when students are slain, when there's just violence within our schools and stuff like that. So anytime that I have an opportunity to unplug from some of that stuff, I do. So I don't really have an opinion right now. I just know that much prayer is needed for the state of our country, for our leaders, and for the people who are impacted by some of the laws and things that are changing, all of that good stuff. So
saying that, as well, where do you think America will be in 50 years?
In 50 years,
Because some people have said it's going to be Russia. It's going to be, they can see it being ran by a foreign country. Some have said, they can see military vehicles outside, like we've seen these other countries. What do you think?
well, I don't know that I would say it would be that extreme, but I do feel like there will be some pretty substantial changes. And I think that it will be hard for us to recognize this country as America in 50 years. I'm not going to say that that's necessarily going to be bad, but I am going to say that we may be in a place where we are unrecognizable in the next 50 years.
Wow.
Probably in the next 10 years, if you really think about it.
Honestly, I agree.
Yeah, with as rapid as things are changing in just the last, 3 months, 2 months, how things have changed so rapidly.
In 3 months, this country we're no longer friends with allied countries. We are banning different things. They're deporting people. I don't know if they're doing this, in every area, but I know, like here in Illinois, they're going in places, taking the people out. The deportation. The
Department of Education.
Department of Education, DEI, everything was. And dude has only been here for like 3 months. 3 months, and this dude has changed the way of life for millions of people in 3 months. He's torn down things for done 300. And see, that's why I get mad at, like we said, the evangelical church or those that it's like he does no wrong in their eyesight. You know, he's like this guy. And, you know, certain things he says, I'll be honest, I'm like, okay, I can agree with that. I'm not that close-minded that I can't agree with some things he says. Some things he does, the church just make, especially the church, evangelical churches and all those churches just make excuses for this dude. Well, they only harp on abortion and same-sex marriages or that LGBT, you know, that whole thing. Outside of those two topics, what else, you know, what else do you guys have that he's doing? Well, he mentions the name of God. Every other president did. He's no different.
Right.
Every president has had gospel artists come. Every president has went to church. Every president has talked about. He's no different. He's nothing special about him. And the fear people have of him, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's interesting. I am 37 years old, so I've seen quite a few presidencies. The first president that I voted for was President Obama, and so for that to be my experience to now is insane. And I think about a lot of my students. This was their first time voting, and they were, you know, they voted for whomever they voted for, but this individual who is in the White House now was up against a Black woman. So I just wonder how that impacts our youth today when they're like, is this what y'all telling me to do? Y'all dragging me to the polls. Like, we did a whole campaign for kids. We got school buses, took those who were eligible to vote out to vote so that there wouldn't be any barriers for them to be able to do that. And this is the result. And
right, we voted, and this what we get.
This is what we get.
This is it. Now wait, do you feel? Let me ask you this: do you feel that? Because I have my opinions on the whole election anyway, how that went. Because for Elon Musk to know hours ahead of time, oh, he won and he told about how much, how he know. But anyway, he has something to do with that. But do you feel that America didn't? See, this thing, we don't know if America did because I don't honestly trust. And I know I sound like the Trump people that I don't trust the election results. I don't. But say they didn't go the way some of us thought they did. Do you think America was not ready for a woman president, or wasn't ready for a Black woman, or both?
Both. Black women, we get the short end of the stick most of the time. I don't care how qualified we are, how beautiful we are, how much education we have. It is very, very hard for us to obtain positions over white men. It's just that's just the way of the world, and it's so unfortunate. But that's just how it goes. And I know that there were tons of people who were in support of Kamala. I definitely was. The way that she was able to raise as much money as she was for her campaign in such a short amount of time tells me that there was a lot of backing for her. But you have even Black men who were like, nah, I'm not voting for no Black woman. It's like, dang, like, your mama Black, your sister Black, you like Black women, you in my DMs, but she's not good enough to run the country. So I'm like saddened by that, because what do we tell our daughters? Like, what do we tell our little girls? Like, yes, you work hard, you get as much education as you can, you go to college, you know, you graduate top of your class, and when you get done doing all of that, you're still going to be second best.
It's like we let our little girl see somebody get all the way here, and it just wasn't. As soon as she get there, like, knock it back down. No, that's not what we want. And you're right, especially from a lot of Black men. You know, they knocked her. She did this. She did this. She did this. And then the most ignorant thing I heard some people say was, "I'm gonna vote for Trump because he gonna give us them stimulus checks again." You gonna throw your life away for $1,200, $600? That's crazy.
Go get a payday loan. If you need $1,200 that bad, go to get you a payday loan and it'll be the same thing. You just have to pay it back. Because believe it or not, that $1,200, some way, somehow, we're gonna
They
end up
getting
paying
it
that
back.
back too.
We all
So
paying. Yeah, that's coming back.
go
You
get
will
you a
see.
payday loan. If you borrow $100 from 12 people, it's the same thing. Like you're
Wait.
literally voting for someone over a few dollars, and that's insane
Now,
to me.
Carl Rayford says she was qualified, but she wasn't a strong candidate. What makes you say she wasn't a strong candidate compared to a TV personality? Because Trump is nuts. Just because he talks stuff, the dude is not the sharpest, knife
Ooh,
in the thing.
shit. Yeah.
So please tell me, Carl, what made you say she wasn't a strong candidate? Because the way she turned in a few days and turned almost the whole country around to her way. So can you really say she's not a strong candidate? Rich was on here, but he got hung for Zeke. I don't know what happened to Rich. He was on here.
He took himself back off. It's all good.
She
Yeah.
did the best she
Yeah,
could
he's got the
do.
control.
Okay.
We can't. It's hard for me to say that Kamala wasn't a strong candidate, as opposed to who?
That's what I mean, right? That's
As
what.
opposed
So
to who? Like, we comparing apples to apples. Like, it's the same thing. Speaking of like black women getting the short end of the stick, I don't know if you guys saw in the news recently the black man whose white girlfriend shot and unalived him recently. And so when people, this is his wife, I take that back. And allegedly she was like cleaning her gun. They had been out partying and came home. She was cleaning her gun and she unalived him.
right.
So people went digging and were like looking at his tweets and like past posts. And one of his past posts said he would rather sleep with a dog than to sleep with a black woman. And the dog should also be white.
Yeesh.
Like, this
And
is the kind of stuff that
Jesus
people
Christ.
who look like me are saying on the internet. So it was
that goes back to what I said when you and Zeke was on there yesterday with y'all saucy fellas who sit and bash females all day online. Oh, these black women, these women. That is the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing. And you know that the lack of respect that we have. What did it say? America when I vote for a woman. Here's something else they said. Our mistake with Harris was this. If they didn't vote in a qualified white woman, they definitely were not going to vote in a qualified black woman. And that's the thing for me. When I saw black guys, man, no, she put us in jail. But Trump, he'll give us that stimulus money. Fool. That was your whole deciding factor that you was getting $1,200. That got your vote for a 4-year. I don't understand. I get America will not vote in a woman. Period. That's a good thing. All right, Carl. Here's Carl's answer to why Kamala wasn't qualified.
You want me
She
to
wasn't
read
asking questions.
Oh, go
she
ahead.
played word salad. She didn't use the tools of her. She pretty much used old school media. Blah blah blah. She was well qualified to do the job. She had a poor strategy. To be a career politician, she could have had better strategy. I voted for her. I campaigned for her. She led with race versus policy. If we're gonna say that, we're gonna say, huh?
I think that is fair.
Yeah,
I do think that's fair. And
I
here's the reason why I
get what
think
you're
it's fair. But here's the other side of it too. Like, is the way that she was kind of just thrown into it. You know what I mean? There was this like it was a last minute Hail Mary because Joe Biden just refused to leave. Like, now the conspiracy theorist in me said, like, no, they did that. They worked that way. But I think Joe Biden legitimately thought he had a chance. Like, you know what I mean? I think he legitimately thought he had a chance and was not willing to let that go. And insiders are saying that Joe Biden is like kind of pissed off at everybody. Like, why did y'all throw me away? And see, look what the result of that was. Like, I think that Kamala had the qualifications. I think she had the smarts. I think she had all of that. I just don't think she had the time to build into all of that stuff.
Yeah,
so
I
it was
agree
kind of
with
like, you know what I mean? Just no time. Like, Joe Biden really should have probably, if he was going to leave, he should have left early enough to give her the time to do that, you know?
He handed her the
ball.
It's like in basketball, we in the fourth quarter in the last 30 seconds. take the ball. You're like, wait a minute, I've never shot a free throw in my life. I've never shot. All the pressure's on me to win this game. And I agree. I think she was put in the game at the last minute. And the people wanted Michelle Obama. If Michelle would have ran, she would have won. Can we say that, though? Because she's still a black woman. Is America ready for a black woman?
No.
They are ready. Go ahead, Zeke.
I was going to say, here's a fun fact. Donald Trump has never beat a man in the election. He's only ever beat women to win.
There you go.
So there's a fun fact for the day. There's news you can't use. Donald Trump has only ever beat women in order to get. I mean, when he ran against Joe Biden, he lost. He ran against Hillary, he won. He ran against Joe, he lost. He ran against Kamala, he lost. And it wasn't even like a. I mean, I guess on the electoral vote, the electoral college is a big win. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's not like he, like Kamala still got votes. So I don't know. But I think it has less to do with her and more to do with, I think that really the Biden administration, I think Democrats have done this just for a long time, because this even goes back to Obama. They don't really publicize well what they do. Like, one thing Republicans have done well historically is to publicize what they do, to galvanize people and be like, this is what we're going to do. This is what we like, and get that unified message out there. Whereas Democrats, they'll be passing laws and doing all kind of stuff, and you won't even know that some of this stuff even happens. So you don't realize how the infrastructure that got built, like, for instance, in the Build Back Better, whatever that was. This is like the hard phrase. Like, we don't even realize how important that was to actually, like, building America up. So instead, somebody can come along, and as long as they got a loud voice, because humans just need somebody to talk. Like, so Donald Trump, he's a talker, so he can get on and he can say a whole bunch of stuff about, we just need America first, and we just need this, and we just need that. Meanwhile, there's actually infrastructure being built with this whole Build Back Better program, but how many people really knew what that was and the impact and effects of that program? And I think that like shoots us in the foot a lot of times. And also we underestimate, Yeah, go ahead.
You just said, it's so true. What people just want to hear talking.
Yeah.
When Trump talks, you know what it reminds me of? On the Simpsons cartoon, when they be all angry, and so I say, yeah, we're going to do this. And they're all like, yeah. And it's like, nothing's making sense what he's saying. Everybody's rallying behind it just because of a word. Everybody's rallying behind it. Like he said little stuff like, we're going to take America back. Yeah. Okay, but how? The dude, I'm going to get groceries down. Yeah, they have to get off. Man, that's hard to do. I can't do that. Like, wait a minute. But what's funny to me is when I see them people who really talk for him. Like, no, I'm not being funny. I saw these Hispanic people on there crying on the internet the other day. Trump, you said you were going to look out and you're deport my family. He never lied to you. He told you to deport everybody. He told you that. He told you that. You all thought it didn't apply to you, and the man told you what I'm going to do. Now they like, I feel betrayed. The farmers. He tricked us. No, he didn't. Everything he did, he told you to do.
Oh, watch this. When there's an ignorance, I think when there's a level of ignorance that people don't realize, like, again, I keep bringing back up this whole thing about infrastructure. One thing connects to another thing, is built on top of another thing. That's the conversation we had on Tuesday with my cousin Tony, with Jerry. Like, a lot of folks don't realize, so for instance, farmers, and I come from the country, so I can tell you this is absolutely true. A lot of these farmers don't recognize that the most of the money that they get is government assistance. There's a government assistance because what farmers do, we have a vested interest as a government to make sure they're well, to make sure they're okay. So a lot of the subsidies and things they get, they ain't nothing but welfare, and they don't recognize it as such because they've been conditioned to believe that welfare is that welfare queen, post-Ronald Reagan era, right? That welfare queen who's sitting up there collecting food stamps and trying to collect baby daddy money and not going to work for it or anything else like that. So we've been conditioned to think that's what welfare is. Meanwhile, farmers are the largest recipients of welfare.
Exactly.
So then when they say we're going to cut that kind of stuff, they don't even realize that it applies to them because they don't think of it as such. But that's how you get the people. The best way to lose the people, to lose control of the people, is to get an educated people. The best way to control the people is to make sure they don't know, so that then when stuff like that happens, they'll vote against their own interests. Like, you got people that voted against their own interests. I'll give you a good example. When I was in the HR world, like, I worked, I worked at a factory. and I was HR over there. And so, like, these guys would come sit in my office. Like, we had about 350 or something like that employees. And guys would come sit in my office. Now, this was at the time when Obamacare had just got passed. Now, I've got guys coming in complaining before Obamacare passed, complaining that their kids can't have insurance and because they aged out and all this other stuff, and my son is sick. And then as soon as Obamacare passed and they were able to sign their kids up at 26 years old, and I kid you not, this happened like 2 or 3 times, they're coming in signing their kids up because they can add their kids to the insurance, and they're saying, this Obamacare is going to kill everybody because while they're signing their children up because of the results of Obamacare. Like, and I'm like, and trying to explain that to somebody, like, no, the reason you're getting your child on insurance is Obamacare. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it's going to, like, impact. Well, then what?
Why are you signing up for it?
Yeah, people are
Let
just,
the kid be sick and just die.
Yeah, because that's the interest that you. So I mean, we just take talking points and we go with it.
People are ignorant though, man. People are so ignorant to me. You would rather vote for him because of, like you said, of the privilege that he has, instead of somebody that actually could get some stuff done. And again,
absolutely. Hey, check something out real quick though. Go ahead, make your comment, but I want to say something.
Oh, no,
we have our sponsor. We have our sponsor on the line, and I want to make sure to be able to get her on. Rhonda, you gonna stick around for a little bit?
I think I might jump off. I was just keeping your seat warm, and I know Ricky's coming in a few minutes.
You are so sweet. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all make sure that y'all love life.
Okay, well, he was saying make sure you all love and like Rhonda on the Rocks page. Follow her podcast. Follow me and Zeke. Your screen's dark.
Am I still here? Am I still here?
Not your picture, just your voice. So make sure you guys. No, not your voice is back, but your screen is completely black.
Am I still here? Can y'all? Am I?
You're here,
but
you can't see. So please go support Rhonda on the Rocks, her podcast. Everything about her, go follow her social media, blow up her podcast, the previous ones, go share them, show her all the love you can, because she's one of us, she's one of our sisters, and you got to support her.
Thank you. Have a great day and a great weekend, everyone.
See how she got her hair all done up? She's getting ready for the weekend. That's her going out here. So enjoy your day.
All right, you too. Have a good one.
All right. Zeke, now we can see you, bro. Your whole screen was just black. I can see you now.
I can't hear nothing. You're good. I just can't.
You can't hear me. Okay, so that was Zeke Locke, everybody. We got some stuff happening today.
What's
There's
happening?
Rich Holmes, Pastor Rich Holmes. Thank you for joining us.
What's
today.
going on, E?
We lost Pastor Locke.
Oh, he'll be back in a minute. He was letting you know that our sponsor was backstage.
Oh, bring her on in.
Okay. Let me see here.
Our sponsor is here, ladies and gentlemen. And she is hilarious.
Melodies. There she is.
Who's that? Oh, I'm just, hey, how you doing? I'm just kidding.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you. You got to hit the mute. You're doing like Zeke over there now. There you go.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
No. Maybe you got to turn your volume up, perhaps.
How about now? No, we can't hear your mute. You got your audio? Okay, we'll bring you right back on. Give us 1 second. Yeah.
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Difficulties.
And that is our.
See what's going on here real quick. Let me just check.
Go ahead, man. Handle what you handle. So everybody, please share this. Share what we got going on today. We are excited about what God is doing through this thing. Some of you may say, what is he doing through it? He's connecting people. He's opening doors for us. This thing has gotten so big. We have thousands of viewers now. We went from 2 viewers to thousands sponsorship. We have people in other countries watching this. So if you're an artist or anything, we're doing a new spotlight part. Join us, because what it's going to do is put you in front of thousands. When this thing goes off, we get thousands of views on it, and it's going to get bigger. We're going to start bringing in celebrity artists, actors, singers, and more, community activists for you. We're here in the morning to give you something to listen to laugh with, to think with, to have real discussions with, to have biblical discussions, non-biblical discussions. We're trying to do all things for everybody, and we appreciate all of you. We're just waiting on our host to come back. In the comments, we got Jamaica Lachey here, and we got Tony Ali. Oh, I grew up with Anthony. Well, I'm gonna call him Tony since he was a kid. You're right, Carl. Trump was still lying. So this is what we got going, people. Look, we have so much coming up for you guys. We're going to be doing giveaways on here. We're going to be doing sending families out to eat, all kind of stuff. We got all kind of stuff we're going to be doing because we love you all that tune in to us every day. We appreciate all of you that watch us, that share what we're doing. We're excited, man. I'm excited about this because this came with an idea that's turning into something bigger than we thought. You know, equipment is being sent in. When I tell you this thing is going to be next level and it's going to be crazy, it's going to be amazing. And those of you in the comments, keep commenting and share your hearts. Now, something else, we need you guys to do likes and hearts because that keeps us in the algorithm. So just tap that screen, pop, 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 pop. And so we can see the hearts. We can have your support and your love and all those good things. Yeah. Now, fellas, you do thumbs up. Don't give me the heart. But fellas, you do the thumbs up. Ladies, you do the hearts. I know that sounds funny as ever to say that. But we are excited about what we're doing, and the numbers are growing every single day. If you're a person with any type of talent, inbox me, inbox Zeke, inbox Rich. We're going to feature you on here. We're going to bring you on to talk about what you're doing. We're going to start doing some outings. We're looking for people that's out and about in different cities. We'll bring you on to tell us what's happening in your city, what's happening in your area. Look, we want this thing to be a community. We got Dr. Richard Holmes is back.
Yeah. Did you try to bring our sponsor on one more time? Let me see how this works here real quick.
Oh, you good? You good?
Good job, Eric.
Oh no, I'm just
trying to bring it back on right now.
Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. We appreciate that. Keep them coming.
Come on, say something. Hello, can the people hear you?
I can hear a little bit. Okay, no, I can't. I lied. I thought I could.
No, can't hear you.
Are you muted?
Yeah.
Nope, she's not. That's weird.
It is weird. I'm not sure what that is about.
Oh, she's
yeah. So man,
women figure stuff out. You see
on the day I was talking about, man.
Hey, you see how women figure stuff out? She just give me a minute. I bet she come back. It's gonna be clear as ever, like she got a studio mic. Yeah, women are amazing. Yeah, man. We were talking about the number one. We had talking about the presidency, America, where we think America is gonna be. We talked about life on other planets. This show has been all over the place with topics of conversation, but it's been very engaging to the crowd. Cool. John Johnson, what's up? What's up, John Johnson? If you need likes for your event or for your concert, please go to John Johnson and get them. Please share this live. Share the live. And if you're part of a group or like another room you're a member of, if you're a woman, you're part of a single women group or a cooking group, it don't matter. Share this in that group.
Yeah.
We want to learn how to cook. We want to see what they're cooking over there. But we're trying to build it because this is all, it sounds funny. Yeah. It's kingdom building to an extent.
For sure.
Because we're think about it. We connecting people, we bringing people together and all that. I just noticed how I turned towards Rich when I was talking. And it looked like we in the, like this, talking to him. That's kind of dope that I did that. But
is it this way or the other way? Let's see.
No, the other way.
Oh, the other way for me. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get this together.
Yeah. So now we looking at each other. See how that works? So y'all share this, share it, share. Because like I said, we got big things to come, big things happening. a lot to.
Hey, what we got? Hood, what's up, man? Good to see you, Hood. Out here supporting. That's what's up. Make it back to the commercial. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, what's some of the things that you was talking about cooking, bro? You got a taste for anything right now? I've been trying to eat better in this life that we got because I'm trying to get everybody together. You know what I'm saying?
Rich, I was thinking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Changing some of the stuff I eat. Tiana talked about fried cauliflower. Said it tastes like chicken. I don't know. But I've been thinking about changing how I eat. It's just hard.
It's hard. Like men, you think which one is easier for men or women when it comes to that? Like eating better? Or...
I think women can do it fast.
Okay, you think women can do it fast? Okay, some people.
We lose weight quicker though, because for a man to lose weight, as you know, if you get up today and say no more soft drinks, no bread, and no sugar, we drop weight instantly.
Thanks. Yeah.
And we can just go walk every day around our apartment complex, or even if you don't walk, if you just cut those things out, men, our weight it just falls off. When I did that for 2 weeks, I lost 15 pounds from just doing that.
Oh wow!
Cut those things out. It wasn't hard, and people are like, how are you losing weight like that? I stopped bread, no sugar, and I just drink water or healthy drinks.
Yeah,
I think but yeah, man, I think that for women can switch up they eating in the heartbeat.
Got it.
Because think about this: women will try new stuff. Men, we'll try something, but if it's something we know we like, that's what we go get. Like if I go to a restaurant, think about it. You go to a restaurant, you're like, oh man, what's on this menu? Oh, I know what that is. Let me get that. A woman will be like, hey, let me try your such and such. Is that good? Let me try it. Right. I don't try nothing else. Like, no, I ain't eating that. I don't know what it tastes like.
Right.
You ain't never had cauliflower. No, I've never had.
Yeah.
Never had cauliflower wings.
Gotcha.
I would like to try it, to be honest with you. And Jamaica is my neighbor. Jamaica lives across the street from me. So if you ever make some, let me know. Or I'll buy the cauliflower, drop it off to you if you can do it.
They say you never had cauliflower wings?
No. So Jamaica, if you make some for you and your husband, I will buy some wings and drop them off. Oh, not wings. That's the feeding purpose. Cauliflower. I don't even know how to buy cauliflower. B-Dub has them. Really? Okay, I'm gonna go to B-Dub. That was her way of saying she was cooking up.
Fried vegetables are trash. I understand.
Fried vegetables. I do like some fried stuff. I'm trying to stay away from. They say we should stay away from fried food too.
Yeah.
Because I went to the doctor the other day.
Yeah. And
I believe in getting checked out, and everything was good. But they said, "Oh, we got to do a blood test." Man, they took like 11 different things. I'm like, "Yo," but to come back, my cholesterol is great. My heart is, it's just At this age, we have to be careful.
No, that's true, man. Because after this 40, they tried to put me on that diabetes stuff, man. I'm like, oh no. Let me get back to what I'm supposed to do. So, and I got
they want to give you diabetic medication.
11.7. It was crazy. 11.7, almost 12. And so I had to make.
They just asked me about that.
Yeah.
The doctor asked me, "Are you diabetic?" I'm like, "What you mean?"
Right.
They start asking me all these questions. You thirsty? I'm like, yeah, but so now they're like, "Oh, we're gonna check you." Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I don't think I am.
Yeah. No. And so there was a process they had came talking about start eating fruit. Just eat nothing but fruit. Now, old school mentality. I don't know if anybody else heard that out here in the chat, but they was talking about eating fruit will actually lower your blood sugar. Now I'm trying to think, ain't fruit sugar?
Yeah.
Eat no more sugar, right? But
that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Some of these things they say we should do, man. It's like you said, eat sugar and eat more fruit. But then they say too much fruit is bad for you.
Right.
Then they'll say, hey, drink a lot of water. But then they say you drink too much water, it can kill you. It's like,
what do I do?
What do I do?
Yeah, that's why I think we got to know our body, man. We really got to get tuned into who we are, man, and what God has created us, or what we get, from the Creator. Because He'll tell us what we're supposed to eat and how we're supposed to eat. And our body will tell us that too, for real.
Yeah, you're right.
Thing I did it for 30 days, and
how did it work?
It worked. It changed my. I didn't do it 30 days. I did it for about maybe 19 days, you know what I mean? But I did it, and I did feel the effects. My numbers definitely came down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, numbers came down dramatically. Of course, I took some of the meds as well. But I'm back to like 6.7, 6.5 on my A1C. So I'm grateful for that. But I was just saying that to make sure, because sometimes men, we don't really take care of our health that much. You know what I mean? Or that's the stigma that they say. And so I hope that encouraging more men out there, definitely go take care of your health. I know we talk about mental health a whole lot, and ain't nothing wrong with mental health, but I'm still a proponent of going to take care of your physical health as well.
Yeah,
and your spiritual health, because we got to be whole up here.
Yeah, and the thing too, man, is just because you get older don't mean you have to be slow. You know,
right?
Just because you get older don't mean, well, I'm over this age now, I might as well let myself go. Why? You know, why do that to yourself? I'm a component now, man, in my life. I just want to be in every area of my life. I just want to have a peaceful life.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm sitting in my apartment right now. It's quiet. It's just me. I love it. Yeah. I love finding moments of peace in every day. You know, and when it comes to health, though, I'm on a whole different thing with that. I want to be. You know, I ain't trying to, hold on. I got to hop off, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all later. Shout out to my Mr. Jamaica. Jamaica got to go. Peace out. Little mama just woke up.
She mentioned HSH Mystery Melodies. We got our sponsor on one more time. We're going to try it again, guys, to get this in. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring it to the stage here.
What up?
Oh, it worked.
We got it.
Wait, I can't hear you. Say something else.
You can hear me. What
hey,
up?
What's going on, Miss Shantae?
Live in the mornings.
We got Shantae with
Zeke
us.
Live.
Right. Zeke Live wonder without Zeke Live. Now, everybody, the Mystery Melodies, this is our sponsor. You all can see her brainchild. This is Miss Shantae, and she is what would we call you? Is it the brainchild? Is it the CEO?
I mean, we're partners in this thing. It's me and my husband. We're partners.
You broke up. You broke up. It's you and who?
It's me and my husband.
Who's your husband?
Rich, Big B Rich 44.
This dude over here, your husband?
Yeah, that's that dude over there.
Husband and wife team. Husband and wife team.
Absolutely.
Everybody, the mystery thing, I was in town and I went, it was amazing. It was crazy. And the funny thing about this lady over here, wait, this way.
Right.
If I point this way,
that's right.
Rich is the opposite.
Right.
So we was wrong a minute ago. So
yeah.
Think about her. I remember, now I'm slow in some cases. I didn't know these two were dating. Until I saw them together, because I was at fellowship when this was at fellowship. And I remember I was sitting in the choir stand. Who was I there with? James Fortune was a friend. It was somebody we were there with.
It was James Fortune.
And she was laughing at this lady shouting. old lady, because she kept trying to shout and they wouldn't cut the music. This old lady was going. You remember her?
Yes, of course.
She would not stop shouting. I'm like, this, and I told this lady, she gonna pass out eventually. The more they played the music, this woman was trying. She was giving her all. Mother was giving her all, and trying to rejoice. Like, you better sit down. But then I end up seeing them with, I don't know if it was together or something. I'm like, wait a minute, you know him? And she was, and I was like, you know her? Then I had no clue.
Right.
So you show stuff to be right up my nose, and I didn't know.
It's a mystery. It was a mystery.
It was a mystery. But tell the people about where the idea from your the event came from.
Absolutely. So can y'all hear me good?
Oh no, you're great.
Okay, good. So basically, when we were dating, we always like to do fun things. One of the things we did, we went to a murder mystery dinner. They have it in a banquet hall. You come in, you kind of sit with other random people at the table, and you're trying to solve this crime. So we loved it. But me being an event planner, we kind of started to talk about it, and we were like, man, there was so many ways that we can make this for our culture, for our people. You know what I mean? Because looking around the room, it wasn't a lot of us in there. It wasn't a lot of us that knew about murder mysteries. It wasn't a lot of people even when we asked about it. So we kind of merged our two worlds. Rich being managing artists, managing on the music side, and then me with my event planning. We kind of merged the two and said, okay, let's go out on a limb and let's try it. And that's the great thing about our management company, is because we have so many people, artists, bands, videographers, DJs, everybody that we're in connection with. And we put that together, we put our heads together and created a very, very live show. And so, it's something that we're proud of. We're growing. We have a show tomorrow. We had a huge show last year, and we're looking to kind of build on that.
You have the show tomorrow?
We do. It's a private event. So we are doing private events. We can customize. We sat down with, it's a 40th birthday party. We sat down with the guy. We actually customized the show for his party. He has about 50 to 65 guests coming. And, it's going to be live. It's going to be live.
Now, did you guys hear that? If you're somebody who wants to experience this, she's telling you, we'll work with your budget. And you got to have a budget. You can't ask for it free. That ain't going to happen. But a private event where you can have this experience, it's music, it's fun, it makes you think. The person I thought was the killer wasn't. It's one of those situations where it's something other cultures do, and you don't see it among our people.
Absolutely.
At all.
And it's a great way, like we said, it's a great way to bring our local artists in. It's a great way. I mean, last show we had some big heavy hitters. We had Isolina Elliott, who threw the show down. We had Gregory Stewart, he threw the show down. But it's a great way for us to bring all of us together, the band, everybody together, and just put on a great show and something different that you don't go and see every week. You can always go and see a concert. It's concerts every week, but you don't go and have something that happens right, and they actually get to talk amongst people and figure out clues and figure out, well, this person was wearing this color and now they're wearing this color. What that mean? Like, it's a really nice show.
And they have food, everybody. It was food.
Oh yeah.
Other stuff.
Live music, live performances.
It's so good.
It's great.
When is the next one, the Mystery Melody?
So, after the private show, we're open for private shows. And, we're planning one. We're hoping to do one around October. That's our goal. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for investors. We're looking for all that so that we can kind of keep this show going, maybe a annual event once a year. We want to do it in a big mansion. We want to get people. I don't know if you've ever seen the show, the movie Game Night. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Where you kind of walk in and then something happens, you have no idea what it is or what. We kind of want to move it towards that, where you're just showing up, you're buying a ticket, you're just showing up. You have no idea what's going on, what's happening. And as the night is going, you have to kind of solve these things. So that's kind of where we're moving. Huge goal. We would love to get this on like a YouTube series, or like a, maybe a syndicated show, or maybe even Netflix or something. I don't know if you've ever seen Traders. Yeah, Traders is. We've been watching Traders, and that's something that we're kind of moving towards. That's a big goal, but for now, just hit us up.
Tell me this: how did you do the research or the planning for this? Like, after you got the idea, we can do this. What steps did you have to? Not to give your secrets away, because we don't. Then everybody in the audience be trying to make one, but like, you know what I mean? Like, what was the process for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So you got to have a script. And so that was the first thing that we started working on. We actually have several scripts. We have, my husband was working on one last year called Murder on 290. That's a totally different story. I think he got a pimp in there. I think he had he had everything in there, So the show last year was about a family reunion. and it's about some characters who are well off, and there's a will involved. But basically, you got to have the script first. So me and my husband, being very creative, we kind of came together. Shout out to Jason. He kind of was our director last year for the show. He took our vision and kind of made it more theatrical, because that's what he do. And so we kind of built on that. We had the script first, then we went out and we found characters that would align with each. People that would align with each character.
Got it.
Yeah, and then we built from there. So.
And who write? You write the script or Rich? Or
we both do.
So you're script writers too.
Yeah. Script writers. We put, eventually we'll have our own music in there, where we're, singing original songs.
Her and her husband, she sings, and Rick sings. What's your husband's song? Don't.
From gospel, or what you talking about?
What's the one you put on in the chat?
Not my job. Not my job. Yeah.
So Rich,
we gonna play that. I want y'all to play that one day on the show, please. He had a music video and everything. I want y'all to show that.
I didn't know you had a video.
Oh man, not my job. Listen, I was trying to make it, Eric. I had the duties of being the R&B king artist. Okay,
and she kind of messed with you putting that out there about the video.
Please put that video out there. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it in. I put
my story from the video shoot yesterday or 2 days ago. It was hilarious, man.
Now, Rich, your wife gave her side, so her creative process. What is yours to write a script? What is the creative process to write a script? Because I know I went to a visual arts school and all that type of thing. So what was the process to write a script for you? Like inspiration? How did you come with the ideas?
Yeah.
And does it take a lot of work to write a script?
Sometimes it do get what they call writer's block, but a lot of times I'm just free flowing. So I just create like a summary of the story, right? What I wanted to say, what I wanted to do. When I get to a scene, I just want us to understand this point of the scene or this point of the story. And then I go back and chop it up, you know what I mean, and do lines within it. But once I get a concept of what the point of the story I want to do, I just make a nice page summary. Then I go back and chop it up in lines and create characters from there.
Oh,
yeah.
Now this is a question, and thank all of you guys that are sharing this, and keep the hearts going.
Yes.
Keep the hearts going. Zeke put the link down in there. Now let me ask this question. There's nothing. It's this. How is it in business to work with each other? Is it easy working for a husband and wife to work together with your spouse or significant other, or is it challenging when both of y'all who's calling the shots? Is it ever like what good things has this? How has this did this relationship? And
that's
then on
funny
the
you asked
side,
that, because I had that in my notes to talk about.
And then on the other side, what has been some of the negative things that's not personal in there? Okay, whoever, ladies first.
I'll start.
She may want to go.
I'll start, and then Richard can finish. So, I had that in my notes. So it's funny you asked that, because I actually was gonna say it's not for everybody. But I would, hey, that's my sis. Look at my family.
Hey, sis, what's up?
That's my sis. Y'all got to have her on the show. Donna Marie. Yes. But no, I had that in my notes because I wanted to talk about it. It's not for everybody working with your spouse. But I would definitely say that for us, it has tremendously helped. It's helped us in our marriage. It's helped us in business. I would say first, we came in this thing and he had expectations and I had expectations. And it took us to kind of sit down and explain ourselves and how we felt like we could be our best self in the business. For me, I'm all about partnership, but I also understand that you're not always gonna see eye to eye in a partnership. And so there's some times where it may be like, for me, I'm detail oriented. So for me, there's little things that's like, no, babe, I get where you're trying to go. Let me take it here. and let me add my little razzle dazzle to it, and it's gonna be better. And then there's some things where he's like, no. I know this relationship. Let me talk to this person, and I'm gonna get this done. And it took us a couple of times, because I remember there was one situation where we was like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Let's think about this thing. But it took us working it, and now it's kind of like, it's not that I know my lane, but I know where I'm going to make the business better, and I know where he's gonna make the business better. And we come together, and I would say communication styles, we're different. Vision. Now, something about vision, you can't have two different visions. So you have to kind of come together and put that vision together. Okay. But I would say definitely it's helped us tremendously. I love it. I love that our son gets to see us working together, not only in parenting and partnership, but also business. He's seeing like, okay, I have a 9-to-5, but then I'm coming home and I'm grinding and I'm doing this and that. And he's seeing that. And he's like, I can do this too. And I'm hoping that when he gets a wife one day, that's something that he can see that we did together. But, anytime you create something from the ground up and you're doing it with your partner, it's a great thing. It's a great thing.
You just said too, and Rich, before you go, you said vision, right? You can't have two visions, but so this is a question for you then. How do you deal with it if you both have the same vision? Mm-hmm. How do you make having the same vision but a different way of going about it? Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, Rich may say, I see us on Netflix. Right. You may say, I see us on TV, on this and other. You have the same vision, but it's like, how do you intertwine those to get to the same? You know what I mean? Or do you just take pieces of both and put it together? How does that work? You want to answer that?
I can go into it because we kind of focus on, if you got two visions, you're gonna have that vision or division. You know what I mean? And so for us, it's just we have to find a way. If it's bits and pieces, let me see what works best for me in here, what works best for you in here. Can we bring this together? But it takes a lot of communication, a lot of what's the word where you give in some and then you give in some compromise. A lot of this with that. And in business, I wasn't used to that in business, and I was trying to let her know I'm a totally different person from business to church to your husband to whatever factor I'm in. And so when the management hat is on, it's like, no, we're gonna do this like this because this is what I know and seen successful. Right. And then I gotta respect her enough to know, you know what, I can see something better in making what you got to make it even better. And that's the best part I love about it. So I can now just talk to her, share my vision. Now she gonna critique and sharpen it down where it need to be. But once it's done, I know I got a good product. If I can get her to say yes or get her to be on board or something, I know it's good. If I gotta keep trying to sell it to her, struggle to get, I know I gotta work on this. Let me come back. Let me try this over.
So what you said was, okay, so the thing of it being you guys working together.
Yeah.
Making it work and compromise. Mm-hmm. Now, has it ever been to you or either one of you when it's like you compromise on something, like, I don't want to give that up, but for the sake of what he's saying or she's saying, I'm going to do it. And how did you work through that, knowing in the back of your head, or did you change your way of thinking and say, I'm going to support what she's doing? Mm-hmm. Or what I mean is, let me say it like this. Your vision, you had an idea that you had to compromise on, either one of you, and you really didn't want to. And in fact, you really weren't comfortable with the compromise, but you did it for the sake of the spouse. How did you push past your personal feelings to get an end result? If you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think something that we dealt with even in our marriage and then coming it over into business is knowing each other, right? And so I know my husband, he knows me, okay? I may see something a little different because our thinking is different. But it takes, okay, this is something that I'm not really all the way on board with, but I see how passionate he is about it. And I see that he really wants this to work. And so I'm going to put my efforts, I'm going to put my support behind that. knowing that he's not, you know, he may say something, he may do something. That my husband is kind-hearted. My husband wants it to work. And so I know that. And so I'm going to put everything I have behind that. And then, you know, and if it works, it works. And if it doesn't work, I don't come back and say, well, I told you so. You know, I didn't want to do this anyway. No, it's like, okay, well, let's go back to the drawing board. You know, I like this of what you did. Now let's add this to it. Right. And let's see if that works. But
so then you can bring in your part.
Yeah.
If it don't, not knocking it, but like you said, if it don't work, you don't throw it in his face. You say, okay, well, let's build here. Now, maybe at that point, he's open to your, I get it.
Right.
I get it. So,
Rich, for you, the point was in knowing each other. Like, even in business, like, I like to have a relationship with people I do business with. You know what I mean? I like to have some type of connection. That's why I enjoy working with Zeke, you and others that I work with, because I have some type of connection. I know something of you, right? Yeah. When I go in blind, I don't like going into blind business. That, you know what I mean? Just like we're going to marriage, if I'm looking at this as a partnership, I'm looking at this as a covenant and different things like that, I got to really know this person. And so it took some challenges. Of course, it was challenging at moments, but it wasn't that challenging because number one, I love her. So I wasn't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Number two, it's just money. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out. And
wait, how did you do that?
Huh?
I'm sorry, you just did that.
Look, I know more about y'all streaming than you do. You just make it a little hard.
Well, I didn't know you. That's why I'm sorry, Rich. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Do this? Do I get a peace sign? No.
Nah.
It's
Call to the people.
That's why I'm like, I just saw them hearts come up. She did this. And the hearts
does it work?
It ain't happened to me.
Man.
Oh man.
It's crazy.
I don't know how to make a heart.
Oh man.
You know, like this.
Okay.
Ain't nothing
happening. Maybe
oh
it's
man, I ain't got it.
I ain't got
what's the word? Ritz. I ain't got the Ritz.
The
Riz for it.
I ain't got the Riz, bro.
So let me ask you this, Rich.
Yes, sir.
In business, there is a certain hat. Husband, there's a certain hat. And you're a business partner with your wife.
Yeah.
How do you put on the right hat to be what you need to be at that moment?
Listen, that's the everyday thing. It goes back to knowing your spouse and then knowing who you are and having what they call spirit of discernment to know when it's time to put on what hat. And so there's moments where she's looking like, I don't need no manager hat right now. I need the husband hat. Oh, no problem. Let me cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Then there's other times where it's like, I do need the man. We got to figure this out. You got to do something. We got this space. I need somebody to do it right now. I got to get done. And it's just learning that about yourself as well as with her and growing in that. And also being able to be vulnerable enough to know you don't know it all. In business, there's a lot of times, especially with men, and even in relationships, we have to put on this facade, this thing that we know it all. This woman can't know more than me. She cannot be better than me. Like I tell my story with the whole racing on the ATV. I'm trying to catch up with her because I don't want her to beat me. And I end up falling off. See what I'm saying? So there's something to learn in all of that. And it's just like, it's okay if you don't know. And it took me a while to get there because of the mentality of the man that I am and what I stand on. I know what I'm talking about. But there's moments to receive from your wife, from another partner to say, hey, you may not know this part. Let me help you out with this. And so, yeah, hopefully, man.
That's why women live longer than us. Because you know what? Like you said, you trying to catch up with her. She's flying, which means she was going fast. Somebody said her heart was crashed. She going fast. You trying to catch her. You fail, and she didn't. That's, I always thought women, and this is not a knock to us men, but women, the way they think is just different.
Yeah.
They have a different way of thinking.
Yeah.
I think men think long term, but women think even longer term. No, men think long term. I think women think, okay, I see where you're trying to go, but where we at right now?
Right.
Where we at right? Yeah, right. This,
how we gonna make this work right here?
Right. Yeah. I don't care nothing about 2 years now. Today. How we gonna get through the day? Let's get through the day to get to 2 years. So women, I need a book on. Oh, she said I need to book a mystery melody.
Yes.
Hey, Hit your people up and get it going.
Hit us up. Hit us up.
Oh wait,
So-
your sister said we know everything. Oh well, wait a minute. I would debate that one, but
No, and going back to something you were saying, because I remember one of our biggest things was expectations, right? And him expecting me to play a certain role. And I kind of came to him, and knowing him, I knew that he had this vision in mind.
Yeah.
But me, and knowing me, I'm like, there's no way I'ma just decorate. Like, I need you to understand who I am.
You gotta understand, man. I have the whole vision. I know roles. I know who plays. I can plug and play. Put them here.
Right.
It's like, and now
that ain't this.
Look, I can do this too. I can help you write this too. I got connections too. Let me call these people over here. Let me do this. And
so in other words, you wouldn't let him pigeonhole you in this box. Like,
exactly.
This is where you working up. You're like, no, Negro, I can do what you're doing. You're not sticking me as your.
And it wasn't no shade. It wasn't no shade because that's how he did business.
Right.
It's like, okay, no, I have this vision. I need you to help me execute it. And that's great. But with me, it was more, okay, how can I be your partner? Like, I can get hired to decorate somebody's party. That's fine. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I seen the vision of Mystery Melodies going. And so, we worked it out. And
that makes sense.
It's good.
So it's like it was, how do I say this? You didn't limit yourself to just the role of like me. Okay, I'll use myself as example. And I get it. You were able to break through something, and you'll get where I'm going. Like me, when I'm doing certain events and stuff, I know I already got this is how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
This is how I want this to be. This is gonna go this way. This go this way. When I'm mad, this is what we're gonna do. But you were able to come, and Rich is the same way, because when we already got it planned out. So, but you were able to come in and break that, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm about to say, break.
Yeah.
To kind of break that wall down, like, yeah, I know you got the plan, sir. You the manager, you're that manager, but I'm that chick too. And say, and wait, your sister said John
They
Johnson
talking.
everything.
They talking.
Wait, did she come in with you all to rock this when Zeke performed and Fred
Yeah,
was
she
there?
was. Yeah.
It was her.
Okay, I remember.
That's my twin. She looked just like me.
Just
Y'all
like
do look alike. That's what I'm like, wait a minute. I remember looking at that thing and saying, okay. So you guys, so because I know, and then Rich, for you, that shows something too in you that you were able to, because to let down to say, okay, this is how I do stuff, but I'm gonna let you come in, because that's hard to do when you're. No, I'm not a control freak, but it's hard to do. It's hard.
Yeah, and that's the challenge, because a lot of times, a lot of men may have an issue of feeling like I'm lowering myself down, but it's not really. It's really you guys building each other up. And so I have to change my mindset. I think when you change your mindset, it can help do a lot more in your life, because your mind is everything. That's what the battle is. But once I got that concept in my mind that this is my partner, she's not just my helpmate in this area. And I understand about what a helpmate means, those in scripture, understand like that. But I had to see it more where she's not lesser than, but we're partners. We're together in this thing. Let's make this thing happen together. And it wasn't unless it's marriage, because marriage is different, man, in so many different regards. And you have to find the right line to walk, that she's comfortable. I have to make her feel comfortable and secure. That's what I'm supposed to do as a man anyway. You know what I mean? And so once I establish those things, now it's just, how do I apply that in business? And that takes some time, but I think we're working pretty well with it now.
You know what? And something else you said too, with her being your helpmate.
Yeah.
We always say that in church, this is my helpmate. But also, men need to understand too, for her to be a helpmate, you gotta have something to work with. So helpmate is only as good as the vision that you that you put out there. And when you come up and you say, "This is my," if women love to see a man with a vision, a plan. When you come up and say, any guy can say, this is where I see myself. The woman's like, okay, but if she see you with the paperwork and you like, this is the research I'm doing, she like, okay, he's trying to go somewhere. And so I always tell men, if she should help me, you got to give her something to work with. You know, you can't tell her I need a home, but she don't have a house. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't give her nothing to build on. Women have to have something to take. Oh, you giving me this? Let me make. That's why they say a woman makes a home. All right, you give me this house, get out the way and give me your check, but I'm gonna decorate it. I'm gonna
pass to eat.
You know what I mean? So, and that's why when I get, and let me tell you something. I look at you all's marriage all the time. I'm like, okay, when I get married, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. Because what we do, Rich, with your wife, see, I'm so proud of that because I can't do it. And then it's coming out the heart. You know what I mean? So, but what I was saying was, like what we do, and what your wife does, you guys are business partners, but I'm speaking in terms of what you do, Rich, when you're doing your different management. You both are managers, but you know what I'm saying? I'm talking as a guy. What you do, and to watch you do what you do, man, and how she supports you. You know, just like I tell Zeke with his wife, I've been at events and with Zeke's wearing, I'm running around, we get some downtown Chicago, I'm working my tail off with Zeke, and I turn around and Zeke standing like, when the heck did you get here? You know, when you said, I've been here a whole while. Where? Your wife was the same way, because I've seen you at stuff and didn't know she was like, how long you been here? I've been here. Like, where was you at?
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is, your relationships, I think, work with you and your wife, but she's not trying to be up front. Where you are in those situations. Now, when it's mystery melodies, you both are up front. When you out with your brother, you out having something with Zeke, she's still there to support you. I never see you until the end of something or a passing. Like, you've been here? No, you like, I've been here. Like, you and Six, and that's why I think you guys are the best support for Rich. And I'll let you answer that question, Rich.
For sure. Quick shout out to Will C, Westside Willie, doing his thing out there with the Wild Man Connection, everybody out there. When it comes to, let me read the question, Rich, when it comes to the ways you make her feel comfortable when it comes to business and in the family. Well, one of the ways I believe I make her feel comfortable, it might be a question for her to actually answer, but I'll do my best. She's a big person of making sure she's heard. And so I make sure that she's heard in family, heard in business, heard in just about any aspect of my life. And so once I know that helps her to be comfortable because I know her feelings. She gives out her thoughts. And then I'm able to give out my thoughts, give out my feelings. And then we're able to talk about it and then come up with a solution from there. But our biggest thing again, I know who she is, and because I know that's important for her to feel safe, to feel secure. And one of the ways she does that is I need to make sure I'm being heard. Don't never make it feel like you're shutting me up. And that's in business. Because in business, I'll shut people up in a minute. Hey, this is what we're doing. And I tried that one time. And that was the last time I tried it with her. I had to realize this is your wife. This is different. You can't use that same energy. That tone don't work. You know what I mean? Because it don't work.
Use that business tone over there.
No, Doc. You'll be waiting for a long time. Praise the Lord. But anyway, you got to get yourself together. So yeah, that's one of the ways I do it, Will. And maybe
I'm gonna add to that because that's good. And I would say another one is tone. I'm big on tone, and a lot of times I have to check myself on tone as well. Yeah. But women, we funny, we wanna be big and bad, and we wanna talk. But a lot of times I'm sensitive, and I'll be the first to say it. And if I feel like he comes at me a certain way, I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna be like, well, why are you talking to me like that? Yeah. You know what I mean? And he like, well, you talking to me like that. And I'm like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Let me get my tone together so that I can receive what you're saying, and then you get your tone together so that I can actually hear what you're saying, and then we get past all of the other stuff.
Ooh, something you just said. Let me get, and a lot of, I don't know if somebody didn't catch that, and she may not even meant it this way, but the key word for both of them said is tone. Mm-hmm. You can have the best intentions, but if your tone is wrong, it won't be received. And Rich, that was good what you said too about how she needs to be heard. The worst thing you do to a woman is make them feel like they're not being listened to.
Yeah.
You know, their opinion doesn't matter. It holds no weight, no value. And I'm the man and I'm saying what it is, and that's what it is. And in so many times, if we as men shut up and listen to what she had to say, we will be better off. A woman to a man, to me, and I'm learning this, and I'm gonna take this to my next marriage. Your wife is like like an extra bit of discernment. Because women see things through a different lens than we do. And Rich may say, "Oh, this is cool. We gonna do this," and Shantae may say, "Nah." He be like, "No, I prayed about it. I'm good." She said, "Yeah, and I know I'm not good about it." A woman is another layer of discernment and protection for a man. That's why, as a helpmate, she's valuable.
Yeah.
And so, you know, fellas, us men that aren't married, take these things into our marriage. You know, take this into our marriage. That you don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
You don't have all the information. You can be doing something for 50 years. I've been in management for 20 something years, 30 years.
Yeah, man.
And the right woman can come along and say, "E, you ever thought about doing it?" I can't look at her and say, which most of us do, like, "Oh, I've been doing this. You can't tell me nothing. I do this. You knew this. I've been doing this since years." That one opinion she gives you can change the way you've been doing stuff for 20 years. And now instead of having a 20-year career, now you're going to go into a 60-year career. All from the knowledge that she has. Women are wise to an extent that we aren't as men.
Yeah.
And the way you two work together is a beautiful thing. You know, it gives inspiration for guys like me, you know, who say, you know, and no knock to anybody in my former relationship at all. I'm not knocking anybody's former relationships or anything like that. But I just know for me, it's a certain thing that going to this next phase of my life that I want. And to see an example of a couple, I see it in you two. The way business is working together with you guys. In some
I
respects.
appreciate you.
Husband and wives cover each other.
I really like what you said about the discernment. And that's something that, you know, you have to have in marriage and in the business. But a lot of times I do feel like, you know, women can come off a certain way. But I'm big on relationships just like he's big on relationships, right? And there's certain times where something will come up and I'll be like, Richard, I don't know about that one. Watch that one. Or I don't know. Their intentions may seem a little different. And he, you know, he's so kind-hearted, he's so people forward that he's gonna try that relationship. And that's fine. But as a woman, I have that discernment to be like, well, okay, if you want to work with them, that's fine, but just watch it. Something is a little off.
You're right.
You know,
and
or
it
don't even have to be a woman. It could be man. It could be whatever.
Yeah.
But I like what you said about that extra.
Something else too that we don't do, and this is something else that men and don't think this is the most sassy soft stuff, but men have to feel protected too. And the right woman, that's what we look for in our significant other, is to protect me. We're to protect you, but in certain ways, you have to protect us. And that's that discernment that women have.
Yeah.
Like, he may be a physical protector, but you might be, as the wife, that common sense protector, to be honest with you. Because men, we all the time don't think things out. We see a good idea, like, I'm gonna jump on that. And women like, wait a minute, slow up, slow that bop up some. It's a good idea, but you guys are the butt to a lot of our ideas, and that's not a bad thing. You know,
come on, butt. Hey,
literally and
yes, Lord, hallelujah.
You guys are the butt. And that's not a bad thing, but you guys want to say, hey, that's a good idea, but did you think about this? Oh, we can do that, but how are we going to get there? That but sometimes makes us think. And I think that's what a lot of men, don't be afraid of. Oh, now it ain't going to come out right if I say it this way, but don't be, no, I can't say it that way. Because that's going to be, that's what she said. But men have to allow themselves to be protected. Yeah, you gotta allow that.
That's good.
And that's what I'm saying. Shantae saying at the rich, hey, watch that person. She's protecting him. But we as men, and I'm not saying it's a woman, but I'm getting example.
Right.
It's a female. We may think as a man, oh man, she just being insecure. It ain't that. No, it ain't insecurity. She's seeing something in this chick. Could it be an insecurity? Yeah, but I would err on the side of it's not insecurity, it's a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and so, man,
I mean, I'm big on that, especially with women. You know, we're married and all of that, but Rich can attest. I like to know the women that are close to him, of course, but I'm never gonna be like, oh, you can't. You know, I know certain things, and you know, I love everyone that is surrounding him. Once I get to know them, I have to know them. I have to understand, okay, what are their motives? Okay, how do they move? Okay, this and that. But it's never like you can't work with this girl. You can't work with that girl. Let me get to know her. Let me, let's see what we about, because it's a partnership.
It's a partnership, and we have some hoish people in this business too.
That part.
In this business. And it's like, for me, like I said, in my life, I'm just at a different place now. When I come home off the road, John Johnson just said it best. Women know women.
Yeah.
Like men know men.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to have that discussion with people like, oh no, he ain't like that. He's like that. He's the way I'm telling you. I'm a guy. I know what I'm talking about.
It goes the same way, you know what I'm saying? That's I can see something happen. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know,
interceding a lot. You want a lot of interceding recently. My Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Men know what's on that bro sis talk. All right.
Oh yeah. Everybody ain't for
yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Everybody ain't for bro. When the next woman I'm with, she say, that's my, I need to talk to him. I need to talk to your bro. Everybody ain't your bro. He ain't like a family member. He ain't like a cousin. Get up out of here. It's got to be a sense of, you know, and especially in this business, the music business, that we travel so much. It has to be trust. It has to be, and see, for me, I think, oh, that's my cousin Wanda. I think that men also, something I believe in, when I'm out traveling, what do you say? He's like my brother. Yeah. He ain't my brother. Hey, look, for next season of my life, when I get married, we ain't doing brothers. He calls us cousins. He's like family. All of that.
The biggest lie in the church.
Exactly. You see what Shauna just said? Hey, cousin. Yeah, he ain't your cousin. But so what I'm getting from you guys is that in this business, you're treating it. You know what? You're treating it like you're married.
Yeah.
It's like we respect with the vows we made. We respect each other's perspectives. Then that you both are believers and Christians and believe in God. How have you seen God, and not to pivot off what we're talking about, but how have you seen God through your business change your relationship or strengthen your marriage? Has it in certain ways been a thing, or have this business shown you different things, Rich, and her that you didn't know, and shown you, Shantae, different things, or Rich, you thought you knew that you didn't know, and it's like God is using this to strengthen the union you guys already have. Is that a thing?
I can talk a little bit. You want to go, or what you?
I can say real quick that you can hit it. Absolutely, for me, absolutely. I think that you mentioned trust. Trust is a big thing. Not in a sense where you're saying, trust. I'm saying trust overall. I trust that he is not going to put us in a place where we don't need to be. I trust that these relationships are what they are. I trust, and to me, that had to come from God himself, and because me, I'm an overthinker. And so a lot of times I may be quiet and I'm thinking, okay, and I'm overthinking and I'm putting scenarios where they don't even exist. And so I'm doing that and I'm doing that. It took God for me to be like, do you trust this man? Like, do you really trust him? Okay, yes, God, I do trust him. Okay, then trust him. Allow him to be himself. Allow him to have these relationships. Allow him to lead. Allow him to have that vision and come in where you know you can make that vision work. And so for me, yeah, God had to help me to trust.
What about you? What about you, Rich?
Yeah, in the same regard. Again, I gave my marriage over to God. You know, I really just took it out of me trying to do so much, and I just became a husband for her. So I began figuring out, what do I need to do for her to make her feel comfortable at the best that she can be? And I had to learn how to trust her in my marriage, in business, because I'm like, I'm the businessman, okay? Do what I do. I know you can do all the 100,000 other things perfectly and amazing, but this one thing of business, this is me. This is what I do. But I had to learn how to trust her and accept her for what she's doing in business. And she's like, I can do this too. God has anointed me for this. So I had to go to God, and he was like, yo, let Tay be Tay. Let her become what I've called her to become, instead of trying to shape her into what you think she should be. Because you're saying, this is how I want my wife to be, but that may not be her. If I wanted to be a certain way in business or whatever it is, I got to understand her mindset and thinking in business, accept it as a partner, because this is who I decided to live the rest of my life with. So it may not go all the way my way. So I had to learn how to talk to God and say, hey, whatever you gave her to me for a reason, I want to get an understanding. My favorite scripture, in all you're getting, get an understanding. I had to get an understanding. I got a wife. I now have to get an understanding of my wife. What does it really mean to have a wife? What was God's original plan for having a wife? And then what does my wife, who is she as a woman? How does she see being a wife? And we got to put that all together to make it work. So yeah, in business, God helped me out tremendously, because he helped me out in my marriage first to make it a whole lot easier for anything else we do together.
But something else you said too, Rich, which was huge, that you said you had to tell God. God told you, hey man, let her be who she is.
Yeah.
Because we as men will try to align a woman to be what we think she should be. And in our alignment, we've taken her out of the will of God for her own life. Because now she's trying to please who we are and give us what we say, this is what we want. And that's not who God made her to be. So now we've taken this woman off her path to her own destiny, her own path where God has for her to be, instead of just letting her be who she's supposed to be. Letting her be, because her differences make us stronger. I think in our relationships, I think our significant other, the things that I lack my wife to be when it happens, will have those things I lack, and I have those things she lack, which makes it work. Everybody no one person got it all. And for you to say, God, help me to love her the right way, and pretty much what you're saying is like, Lord, I give my wife back to you. You gave her to me, I'm giving her to you. Let her be what you destined her to be. And from that, because you could have been a selfish guy, and I prayed that and made Shantae in this box. Now she can't flourish. She can't be who she can be. She can't be what God has called her to be. She's who you called her to be, and not God.
Come on, Pastor.
You got it.
Come on, Pastor.
I am not God. I am just a servant.
Cash App online today for all y'all that want to give to the ministry.
That's good.
And this is the thing too. John, go back to something that John said earlier, which was funny. Trust is big. Shantae said this. Go back to what she said. Trust. He said, you're not getting my offering.
You're not getting my offering today, sir.
Shantae said, trust is big. Trust that he's this relationship. Trust this and the other. And for me, I would trust my significant other, but I'll tell that dude, nigga, I'm watching you. That other person. I don't trust you. I trust her. But no, you guys are a great example. When it's the singles ministry meeting, you know what? Rhonda, Rhonda, you just made a good point. I was literally sitting here thinking, we should have a topic one day and talk about relationships.
Absolutely.
And then bring you two as a married couple on. Maybe Zeke and his wife is a married couple. A couple of single people. Shauna, you come on as a single woman. And John, or whoever. Everybody can come on. Rhonda. And let's have a discussion about relationships.
Yeah.
Godly relationships and relationships in general. Not make it too churchy.
Yeah.
Because you can have, like, I saw this guy the other night online say this, and I thought he was an idiot for this. But, that's just my opinion. He said, I was on a court show, and his wife said, when we're intimate, he's playing music. She said he's playing Mississippi Mass.
Oh.
And stuff like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
What's happening? Mississippi Mass, what y'all about to sing? What's happening?
Look, they was going up yonder.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, man.
That's
he said, I'm ready. What time I need to be there? Shauna, your sister gonna let you know. We definitely gonna set this up and have a relationship.
It's a good one for a single.
And an honest conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, saints that may be watching that day, it's gonna be open conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem with the church. We don't talk about stuff enough. Like
absolutely.
That.
That
we don't
the
talk
topic
about.
I was gonna bring on here for y'all is sex in the church and how
Let's talk about
Tiffany Boone was talking about it. But yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm glad you said. I'm gonna call Tiffany and ask her to join.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask Tiffany to join us. I actually will call her today. Have Tiffany as a guest. We can have a whole week of. Because the thing is, I saw that taking her to the King. Oh yeah, you saw that, John. Okay, John knows what I'm talking about. And I said, man, the boom boom room is what she said. That's funny. This guy, to me, that was weird because, sir, you're over spiritual at this point.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think people can be over spiritual.
Oh man.
Don't start. And that's a different topic. But so tell people, those of you that just tuned in, we're with Shantae Holmes, the owner and proprietor, along with her husband of Rich Holmes of Mystery Melodies. Them two words together don't work.
Somebody is dead.
Mystery Melodies.
Somebody died. So support this. They're open for private bookings. If you want to have that experience where it's like, how people spend money, you all spend money now to go to those what you call them places you go in and you pay to get in the house, you got to get out of the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a black-owned company doing something. They bring you entertainment, mystery, worship. Sex is crazy work. So, Jesus Christ. All right, John, we'll talk about that on the next
The Saints are ready.
Support this and book them. They do private shows.
Yeah.
No Diddy parties. So they do private shows. We
got different packages you can choose from. I don't know if you talked about that, Tay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, we just got a couple packages you can choose from if you got a smaller event versus a major scale event. We have a small production versus our large production.
Yeah.
So whichever way you want to play, you're going to have a good time. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And our characters are hilarious. And so we got good actors too. And singers. So it's good stuff.
Absolutely. Yes. This show tomorrow is going to be great. And help me out real quick. I know we got a few minutes. We trying to make a church show. We thought about, because we can't really have a murder in the church.
Yeah, the church and murder. I don't know how that works.
Who stole the church's money?
But can you though?
I don't know.
No, this is why I say that.
Okay.
Think about this. Dietrich Haddon did a movie, and that movie is based on that true story of the pastor who killed his wife. That was in the church. They're trying to figure. They thought the son did it, another member did it.
Right.
I think, they killed all through the Bible, and we use that book. That's in the church.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments if you think we can do a church murder mystery.
Who stole the church's money?
Right.
That's what we was gonna do. Who took the church's money?
Right. Which one of y'all niggas? Which one of y'all? I get you.
Yeah.
I think you should do it.
In the church.
I think you should do it.
Yeah. No, we're working on that. We're working on that. We trying to put that together because I think that's a whole nother group that we can tap into. Absolutely.
You got a lot of ideas.
What David do to Goliath, huh? Murdered him. Yes.
Yeah. What David do to Goliath? That's really be messing. What did David do to that old girl's husband.
Oh yeah,
that's messy. He said, "Oh, I want your wife. I'm gonna how you killed, so I can get her." And then you lose your baby and your child.
Right. Housewives of Jerusalem. You know what I mean? Make it work.
Scandalous stuff happening.
Absolutely. Now hit us up for booking. Hit us up. We have an email. Mystery Melodies Events. Mystery Melodies Events @gmail.com. You can hit us up there. We also have a website, www.mysterymelodies.com. Go on there, check it out. It's a couple of videos. I know Zeke played the promo video. It's a couple of videos on there. We'll have a booking link on there, but hit us up. We do private events. Like we said, we'll customize it. If it's a birthday, if it's a theme party, Halloween party, whatever it is, we can be your entertainment for that event. So
she said, write her in the script. I was in a play with Rich. Who killed the pastor?
Who killed the pastor?
Son wants to take over the church.
Yeah.
You
I
know
like
what?
that. I like that.
Let me tell you, today's show has been interesting. We went from talking about the government to aliens, business, and
we went everywhere today.
We've been everywhere. But you know what? Oh, Zeke just put in the comments.
Oh, thank you.
And shout out to Zeke, who was here, but he had to go.
Yeah, he's a working man.
Look, everybody, it's the weekend. We're about to be in the weekend. What y'all got planned? Oh, you got a show to do this weekend, right?
I got a show. Put it in the comments. You know, something that's going on this weekend that's live. Put it in the comments so we can let our people know what's going on, so they can get out and have a good time. The weather looks like it's gonna be good today. It's gonna be good this weekend. So get out there and have a good time.
Shout out to everybody that's sleepy for looking at the blood moon last night, because I need to go back.
I didn't get to see it. Was it kind of?
Yeah. I woke my son up for it. We was out there with the telescope.
With a telescope.
Was it really dark red?
It wasn't. It was a little cloudy, but it was orange red. But it was still nice to see.
Everybody too. Thank all of you who tuned in every day this week.
Yeah.
Thank you, all of our supporters, since we've been on the air. Again, without you guys. I don't normally get up till 10 o'clock. Or whatever. I don't have to.
You know the show lineup for next week yet, E?
Next week, we got a few guests coming in next week. Let me pull that up real quick. So next week, see, I'm supposed to have it up already. I
just want to say y'all doing an amazing job while you pulling that up. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Zeke. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Richard. And I'm sorry, what's the other girl's name?
Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany joined us that day.
Yes.
And see, we gotta have you come back on too. We've been talking about that. Zeke was like 30 days. You come on and spend the day, some days. So next week, what's next week? March 18th, we got recording artist Jeremy Sanders. He's based out of Houston, Texas. He's a pastor, young pastor, doing amazing things. Him and his wife, Shamika, started a church in Texas, and they blowing up. And as artists, they are amazing. It's the 20th next week too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And we got author, book writer Sheridan S. Davis joining us next week. Sheridan is an accomplished author who's written a few books that have sold very well. She'll be joining us next week, along with random topics of Zeke and myself and Rich that probably don't make no sense to none of y'all. Wait a minute. She said she stayed up and missed it. At least you remembered it. I didn't remember nothing about it. I knew it looked funny outside, looked out the window, but I was too tired to get up. Like, if somebody out there, they got it. St. Patrick's Day. What are you talking about? St. Patrick's Day coming up?
That's Monday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Did they dye the river already?
I don't know.
Yeah. They probably will this weekend if they haven't.
Amazing show. No, Rhonda, your show is amazing. Everybody tune in to Rhonda on the Rock.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone. Shauna, you coming on the show too. I remember that now. When I saw you, I'm like, oh my God, they all got the same face. She's the little sister or the big sister?
I'm the biggest. I'm the oldest. It's 4 of us. I'm the oldest.
And she's the baby. Okay.
No, she's not the baby. She's the middle.
Oh, you ain't no baby. You a grandma.
You're a woman now. Come on now.
You old with the rest of us. Just go see it today. And they are dyeing the river.
Okay.
So wait, the blood moon is tonight too?
No.
that was yesterday.
She's talking about the river.
Oh, so I missed history. I missed it.
I think they said it's supposed to come in another 20-something years. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be in heaven or, you know.
Hey,
no,
cool.
20 years from now. No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Rich. No, you got it.
Oh no, I'm just gonna take us out. You know, I know. Thank
Go
you
ahead.
to everybody again. I hope you guys have had an amazing time on the show. Keep supporting, keep subscribing, keep making comments, keep sharing. It is doing so much. Everything.
Get them hearts.
Yeah, hearts, all of that.
All day.
Who is contributing to making this show even bigger and better, giving us the right equipment and putting us in the rooms and at the tables with people we need to be at the tables with. So we just want to thank y'all so much. Of course, this platform is going to be used to build everybody up, not just us. We want to support the ones that support us as well. Hey, listen, I'm B Rich. I'm gonna go ahead and pray us out like we always do. Anything else before I say? Any last comments?
See y'all next week.
All right, cool. Like I always say, life is choice driven. You'll live and die by the choices you choose to make. Hey, I got a choice for you. Choose life. All right? I'm going to pray us out. God, thank you for this time of coming together with fellowship with these great people. We thank you, Lord God, for every comment, every person that said anything. We speak a blessing upon their life. Let this be a great day. Let it be the best weekend they ever experienced. Lord God, we ask that you even show yourself strong in their life and everything that they do. Lord, keep us protected until we see each other next week on Monday. Peace. Y'all have a good one. We out. Amen.